And we're live. Good afternoon to everyone tuning in already. I hope you're all having a great time. This is episode number 2 of Shadow Legends Assemble. I am your host, the Saffronman. I'm from the UK. I've been playing for about a year and a half. The purpose of this podcast is just to be that link of information and keep your ears close to the grapevine as we can each and every week. We want to try and help out as many people as we can and keep you up to date. This is what's going on. This podcast is going to be on a weekly basis, each and every Saturday at 3 p.m. at the UK time. New time slot. We've mixed it up a little bit to try and get as many people in active as we can and on time. But yeah, we are live and interactive every Saturday on Twitch and on podcast. It will be on YouTube, Spotify, and Anchor and all that good stuff every Sunday, or possibly Saturdays now that we're a bit earlier. First though, before we dive into the deep topics of today, I just want to go around today's panel, see who we got with us. First and foremost, Incredible John, how are you doing today, sir?
Yes, I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. I've been quite busy today. I've gotten an Ethernet cable for my PC because Wi-Fi is not reliable.
Right.
Other than that, I haven't really done much. I started doing the. We'll talk about the Brutal Rush thing, which Stu has, so that's kind of exciting. Other than that, do you want me to introduce where I come from or whatever?
No, we got that you're from Norway last time, so
yeah. So
you're good.
I'm 24, so that's about it. I don't know, from Norway.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's great to have you, man, and thanks for tuning. Hopefully, we've got you for the whole 2 hours instead of just an hour this time. Huh?
Yeah,
Because,
of course. Now it's a way better time for me, so
Perfect.
I'm very excited to be here.
Awesome, man. Well, it's great to have you. First time this week as well, Mr. Cold Brew Gaming. How are you doing today, sir? Thanks for being here.
Hey guys, thanks a lot for having me on the podcast. The first time I'm joining. It should be fun 2 hours. Well, if you guys don't know me already, I'm Cold Brew Gaming. I have a channel over on YouTube, and I started doing more streams lately. But my YouTube channel is mostly focused on helping out new players of the game of Raid Shadow Legends, that have difficulties in beating the spider, the dragon, and stuff like that, using champions that are unconventional, like using Narhorn, using Paragon, Renegade, and stuff like that. It always help out players. The new ones really appreciate using champions that are level 30 to beat stuff that needs usually legendaries to beat. So that's what my whole channel was based on, and then I was just going with the flow, really.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing a bit more of that in a second, but thanks for jumping in tonight, and it's great to have you, man. Another newcomer tonight, Mr. Optical X. Great to see you tonight, man. How are you doing?
Good morning. I just woke up.
Good morning,
so,
that's right. Yeah.
I sound like a nasally mess. I also have allergies, so it's that time of the year. I'm also a content creator for Raid. It's great to be here, Saffron. Thank you so much. This is such a good idea. I'm super excited. I've been playing for a little bit now, but I mainly stream. I started streaming, but I also recently started making content on YouTube. So thanks for having me.
That's awesome, man. It's great to have you. And yeah, I think you pretty much started streaming about the same time as I did. But we'll get into that again in just a minute. And someone that doesn't need any introduction, but he needs a wake-up call, Mr. Stu Gaming. How you doing, sir?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I had a great time last time we did this, and I'm drinking a beer right now. It is late at night, but that's okay. I'm here for you guys. We're going to have a good time. I'd be up anyway, so really, it's not a big deal.
Well, it's
Tons
great.
of fun.
It's awesome. But yeah, thanks for being here again, man. It's always good fun having you here. So those are the introductions of the panel today. Okay, that's who we've got with us. The content of the podcast today, we're going to talk about Gold Rush, Brutal Rush, item filtering, 1.14, Q&A from the game developer because we was away last week, and we're going to be talking about the music video competition that was announced a little later on, just to finish things off. So first, origin stories. When we have new panel members on the podcast, we basically like to hear the introduction of their history with the game, like the first champion picked out the 4, their first 60, their first legend that was pulled, how long did it take to get that Lego, the first biggest mistake, i.e. misfed champs or badly geared characters, this, that and the other, things they could possibly still improve on, and favourite champs and or team. Cold Brew, Optical X, one of you guys want to go? Introduction of the game, how did you get started?
I'll go ahead and go first.
Let's go, buddy.
I didn't know this, but thank God I picked Kale as my first starter, as we all know. We all know that story. He's the best of the best. That's my boy. And he was also my first 60.
Right.
What was nice is I started streaming this game on the first day or the second day I started playing. So I got a ton of advice throughout the whole process. But my first Lego was Angar. Got me super far. He was nice, especially in arena. He's okay now. He's sitting in my vault at level 50, so we'll see what happens with that. It took me, I think, like 2 or 3 weeks to get my first legendary pool to get my.
So how long
my
have you
Angar,
been playing
which
for,
he is a
Optical?
void.
You started playing like January time, right?
Yeah, I've been playing about a little over 3 months now.
Okay.
Just like maybe a couple of days over 3 months.
And
now.
then you got your first legendary 3 weeks in, pretty much.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 weeks in. A void one too. I was very shocked.
Who did you get? Who was it?
Angar.
Oh, you got Angar. Oh, we
Angar.
literally just talked about
Yeah.
Angar with Stu. That's pretty cool.
I just pulled him.
Yeah.
The orc. Pulled him?
Yeah, just now, about a couple hours ago, I just pulled him.
Oh wow.
He's a beast.
Nice.
He's
Oh,
a beast.
he is now. But yeah,
Yeah.
He wasn't a beast for a very long time. He was my
Yeah.
first ever Void Legend, I think, at the time also. But yeah, congrats, man. It's a pretty good pool now.
Yeah. So he got a nice buff. As far as a big mistake, I misfed one of my rosin fusion rares, which was Raider. I
Right.
fed her to my Kale, to 6-star my Kale. I remember that, and then it took me like 2 months to pull her after that, so it was kind of like a curse. I'm thinking things to still improve on. Is that for me or the game?
What?
Like,
Either or, however you want to interpret that. Basically, everyone has been thinking like they could be gearing characters better, or forming teams more, or being more efficient with their resources and kind of thing. So whatever you like.
oh yeah, for sure. I'm really lazy when it comes to my masteries, so I could definitely improve on.
How so?
I want to buy them, who doesn't
Right.
want to buy all the masteries?
Right.
But
I've done
just,
Yeah.
I
I'm
only
so-
buy masteries. It saves so much time.
Oh,
Stu.
Stu.
Stu's
always
living the
buy 'em.
dream.
Stu
No,
can
buy
buy
them.
them though, right? I mean, when I was playing, there was no option to buy. I'm used to just grinding them out now. Like my chat is bored AF of me just doing Minotaur like every day. So it's just the way it is. But yeah, it's cool, man. So more efficient with your masteries. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm lazy, man. I don't want to grind those. Okay.
How's that coffee
Takes way
going?
too- Did you get a coffee? Optical, what do you got?
I
Get a cold brew,
chugged
man.
it. All right. Yeah, I need like 3 more. I know I sound
Monster?
terrible, okay? I sound like I have the freaking corona. I'm sorry.
It's all good, man. Well, thanks for that introduction, man. And yeah, it's very interesting to get your point of view on this podcast. I personally asked you to come on the podcast because I started watching people. When I started streaming, I've seen others that are streaming as well. And I've jumped onto your stream, and it's always a happy place. You're always such a chill back guy. I've had people that have come onto my channel and said, I've just literally tried to wind this guy up for like an hour, and it just hasn't happened. Like, you're such a laid back and fun guy. So there's no winding you up, and it's always a good time on your channel. And you started streaming about the same time as I did, and you're growing pretty quick now, right? You're doing pretty well for yourself.
Yeah, this community's awesome. The support is crazy. So it's been great.
That's awesome, man. Well, yeah, thanks again for agreeing to do this. I know this is like the third time in trying to get you on because we've just had all kinds of issues, but it's great to have you on finally, man. So good stuff.
Yeah,
Mr. Cold Brew Gaming, how you doing, sir? Your history within the game. How did you get started? How long have you been playing, and all of that jazz, sir?
So guys, I've started playing the game about May last year, so almost 12 months, almost 1 year of playing the game. Yeah, it's been great since then. I didn't start YouTube immediately, but yeah, I started playing around May. I can't remember when and if I saw an ad for the game or something, probably from YouTube. Some YouTuber probably did sponsor that, and I saw it and started playing. And right out the gate, I started trying to find out who to level 60 first, who to pick, basically.
Yep.
So everyone was saying Aethel for some reason
Okay.
on Reddit, I think. So I just picked Aethel at the time. And she was actually very useful because of the weekend and the clearing, giving herself buffs. So I didn't regret it as much, but of course Kale is the better choice.
Yep.
And she was my first level 60. playing through the game. I played mostly free to play actually with the game up until I started YouTube.
Right.
And yeah, well, the first Lego I pulled was Ghostborn actually.
Ooh.
It was Ghostborn.
Nice.
It was a very good combination because I got Ghostborn, and I already had pulled Seeker.
Yeah.
So my arena, I was gold 4 already, like without doing anything really to my champions. And at that time, we didn't have crazy champions like Tormin, Molly,
Right.
that are great in the arena. So having Seeker, Aethel, Ghostborn, and I
Ooh.
can't remember what else I had. It was
That's a
basically
stack team.
It is.
Yeah,
a stack
Pretty
team.
hot back then, huh?
yeah, it was like a free gold 4 team. Yeah.
Not like that in platinum anymore.
No way you can reach platinum with that team.
Right.
But yeah, and my second legendary was actually Ghostborn, so
Oh my
I had that
gosh.
for me.
Oh.
Your
Yeah.
second ever legendary was Ghostborn again?
Yeah, it was a dude.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
Oh man, that's hard. That's raw. That's really harsh.
I know.
Ah,
It took me like, how long did it take me for that Lego? I think it was the second or third sacred. So I got
Yeah.
like, oh, it's so easy to get legendaries, and then I realized that it's not easy to get legendaries.
oh my
But,
gosh.
Yeah, you got cold brewed even back then. Even back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, my biggest mistake, misfed champions. I'm not sure I actually misfed because I was like really cautious with the game because, as I said, I wasn't using a lot of money back then for the game
Yeah.
up until I started YouTube. So I was like trying to find something on Reddit to help me out and started watching actually Incredible John and Stu
Right.
to try and get tips for the game. But yeah, I didn't feed. I probably fed like a few rares, but I can't remember if they were used for Razan later on. So that's for mistakes in the game. I can still improve on the clan boss. Everyone can.
Yep.
Everyone can
yeah.
work for a 4 key, make it 3 key, Ultra Nightmare, make it a 2 key, and then the extra hard task is the 1 key Ultra Nightmare. But that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
kind
high
of
end.
difficult now with the changes.
yeah, it's like you need to have crazy gear for that.
Yeah.
So
You
Yeah,
need to
man.
have the crazy gear that you need from the boss to do it, essentially.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So my favorite champions and team. I
If you
would
say your third Ghostborn, I'm not going to be happy. Honestly.
no. I think
Four
my
Ghostborn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look through my champions and see my favorite one, but I think it's gonna be Razin.
Okay.
Razin is like my favorite. Like immediately when I got him,
Yeah.
I booked him to full and put the best gear I could on him, and I use him everywhere still. And I think he's the best champion out there for everyone, really, because of how easy it is to get him in terms of he's a fusion, permanent fusion.
Yeah.
And compared to the other 2 fusions that we have, like Broadbow and Relic Keeper, you can't even compare the 2, the 3. He's crazy good. He's still used by many setups, and his damage can reach very high numbers if you know how to build him.
I can finally fuse him.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's,
Razin, you can finally do it? Nice.
Finally, yes.
there was a time where you couldn't fuse Razin at all. They've added that permanent fusion.
Yeah, it was after the whole Folly
That's right.
Yeah.
situation. Yeah. I was trying to get Folly then, and then the summon tournament came up, and it was like 2,500 points to get Centurion, I
Yeah.
think, and I was like, what? I can't do it. I'll need to use money, and I didn't want to use money at that time, and I already knew Foley wasn't that great, I think. So I said, no way. Everyone was pissed off with the game, and thankfully they did something to give back to the community, and they gave Razin as a fusion. Yeah.
I think it's been a very good addition. I think lots of people, even for new players, like end game players, having that option to get a permanent legendary, which is actually really useful in many areas of the game, was a great touch. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, for new
And
players, I think
Rosin
that's
is
amazing.
a she. Don't
Really?
What?
What?
Is it?
That's what Dragon Paul says all the time.
How do you know?
That's what everyone says.
Mate,
Everyone
I don't-
like corrects me. It's like, wait, man. Rosin's a she.
There's no way. How? Why?
Razin is a
Look
brute. Look at it. It's a he.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
guy. That definitely got to be a guy.
You can't possibly check.
There's two camps. You got to decide: is it a he or a she?
Okay. Well, it could be a hermaphrodite. You just never know.
Right,
yeah.
it's a lizard.
Well, it is a lizard, so anything's possible.
Well, anything is possible. We're not removing everything to say. Okay, right. Okay. Well, now we've had the origin stories. Okay, so let's start with the main topics of today. So there was a competition or a little team tournament kind of thing going on between Stu, Hades, and Cold Brew. You ended up jumping in there as well. Last time we checked up on that, it was 2-2, and you're about to go into the Fire Night tournament. So what are the rules? What was happening? And yeah, just catch us up on what's happening, Stu. If you want to drop in and see what happened.
Oh, the rules we had on that one. We had a Fire Night tournament. We could only use one epic. Was it? Two epics, 2 rares, and 1 uncommon.
No dupes.
Yeah, no dupes, dupes, of course. And then we limited it to where you couldn't use Cold Heart. We couldn't use, I think there were a couple other ones we couldn't use in there. You know, the big named ones. I think Allure, we couldn't use Allure. So, yeah. And then Cold Brew came into that competition as well. Hell, Hades and I were tied 2-2. This was going to be the tiebreaker. I was really hoping Cold Brew would win so that it would be, 2-2 still, and Cold Brew would be coming up.
Right.
But I was so close, man. I was so close.
It was good. It was
it
really good,
it was all RNG really there. But yeah,
you needed that decreased defense right when you came in. That's what you needed.
Yeah.
Okay,
that
so
made the difference.
Let's back up just a sec. So you all chose 2 epics, 2 rares, and an uncommon. So Stu, who did you go with?
I believe I went with, who was it?
Using those memory cells right now.
Yeah, I went with Stag Knight. Well, we've done a lot of stuff since then. We had the Gold Rush tournament. We're working on the Brutal tournament right now.
Yeah.
I had Stag Knight, Husk. Who were my other people? Do you remember Cold Brew?
Probably Apothecary. I probably had the video still saved somewhere.
Probably Apothecary somewhere else.
Yeah.
I can't remember. And we had Angar. We all had Angar as our uncommon. So
Angar?
Back the turn meter on his.
No, oh my god.
Armiger.
He's got Angar on the brain. Okay.
Yeah.
Too many beers, too late. Yeah, we had Armiger in there to knock down the turn meter on his A1 and then to do the heavy hit on his A2 if the turn meter is down low enough. So it was a good team. They had tricked me early on in the week. Like, you see, Hell Hades was talking to me earlier on in the week, a couple days after we initiated this challenge. I was already down to 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I was like, okay, I'm not even going to try anymore because he's like, Stu, if you get under 2 minutes, then I'm done. I'm not even. And he was already under 2 minutes, so he was like, he was tricking me.
Yeah, he was.
And so, so I got real relaxed. I didn't try harder, and it cost me. It cost me big. I told him from now on, that's it. That's it. I'm not going to stop until it is time to go. I'm going to keep trying and pushing at it. So.
Right. And Cold Brew, that was your first time kind of participating in, right? So who did you have?
Yeah, I had a very similar team to Hell Hades. So I had Sylar for the epic, Sylar, Zergala, and I had 2 rares, Apothecary and Soulbone.
Right.
Bauer and Armiger. So this was my team.
Yeah.
And it's all about the gear and getting a bit lucky with the rotation of skills and who goes first in terms of when you reach the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want a quick time on the boss there, you need to not let him do anything. Drop down the shield immediately when you reach the boss, and then take him down without him taking a turn. If he takes a turn, then your time is going to be like 3 minutes.
So you actually got to like the Fire Knight first out of Hell Hades and Stu, but I think Hell Hades beat the boss before he managed to do more damage to the boss quicker than you, right? But you got to the Fire Knight first, if I remember.
Yeah. He actually managed to get Zergala to do the last 3 hits on the shield. Yeah. So that applied the defense down immediately. Yeah. And everything after that was just more damage, extremely more damage than not having defense down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if I actually managed to do that, I would probably have a better time. But, yeah. Usually that team does like 2 minutes, 10 seconds.
Right.
And if you're lucky with some RNG, it's under 2 minutes.
I think the real game changer was Lua, though, right? For Hell Hades. I think Lua was the real special character out of the teams. And not many of you had her, and she really did a good job, I think, in his team.
Yeah. I got her. I think Bowyer did a really good job on both their teams. I don't have Soulbound Bowyer on her. So I don't have that champion, unfortunately. But she's amazing.
The rare is one of the best rares in the game.
Yeah, I think she's an amazing rare, and I didn't have her to even try out.
Like for a non-void rare.
I think if you would have come in, right, Cold Brew, if you would have actually had that decreased defense down, I think you would have beat Hell Hades.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, in chat, this is Soulbound Boya. This is a Spirit Rare. So yeah, I saw two of the three teams have her and making use of her. So yeah, maybe if you guys have her in your vault and you haven't checked her out, maybe you're sleeping on her and try and get useful in that finite team. You never know.
She looks like she's covered in mustard.
She looks a little bit dirty. She's a great champion, though, all around. Really great champion.
In mustard.
Yeah, I'm gonna put out a guide on her. I think today.
Was it Steel Warrior you guys said?
Yeah, Soulbound Boya.
Soulbound.
No, not Steel
Warrior.
Which faction is she?
She is a barbarian.
Yeah. Barbarian. Okay, let me see her.
A good barbarian.
Yes.
Mate, Valkyrie is top notch. What you on about, hey? Valkyrie's top notch.
No, I tried to get her.
Okay, so Hell Hades ended up winning that 3-2, right? So is that the end of that little tournament now? Are you planning to do more in the future?
Well, the one we're working on right now is part of this tournament. Hell Hades and I made it part of this tournament. So our Brutal Rush Challenge, whoever wins this, I could come up 3-3 now. So if I win this, we're going to be 3-3, or it could be 4-2 if he wins it.
Okay.
So it's included in, because we had to take a week off of that challenge. We were doing the Gold Rush Challenge. Now we're on to the Brutal Rush Challenge, so we decided to include it in there because we've been too busy with other things to have a proper challenge between us, and to even invite Cold Brew back again. No problem. We'll have him come in there. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But we've been doing all this. We gotta space it out, make some time, or include this in there. So we'll add this in here.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's start with the Gold Rush then. So since it's over, but that's where we were talking on last week. We were talking about the Gold Rush. Well, we was going to talk about the Gold Rush. Was even going to announce it because you started it last week, but we weren't able to do the episode last week. So let's go over that. What is it? What was the idea? How did it come about? And yeah.
Who wants to talk about?
You're in Gold Rush, aren't you, buddy?
Yeah, I
was in it. I mean, basically, Hell Hades got with the developers and said, "Hey, Stu and I are doing those challenges. What can we do to get together to do more challenges and bring the community in there to do it with us, to get in some more content creators to get involved with it?"
Right.
And they said that they still wanted to keep it kind of low key. They didn't want to get everybody out there because of time differences to get everybody together. So they wanted it to be 4 or 5 content creators. So we got people together. We started it out. Gold Rush, they gave us summons to summon on an account, and we thought the accounts would just be deleted afterward. So they let us summon them. It was a lot of fun. I mean, really, we had a lot of people get back into the game because of that, I think. And there were tons of people following it. It was really exciting the way it played out. And they wanted it to play out in that fashion, where we get the summon video all together of all of us, where we go around and watch videos at each of the YouTube content creators on their YouTubes. And it really worked well. It really did.
So the way I kind of figured Hades going into, because I know that he went to Player and pitched the idea. The way I imagine that meeting going, so Hell Hades, what do you want to do? Well, I've got this thing called Gold Rush, sold. Well, that's a perfect title for everything. You just don't need anything else other than that title. That's going to sell no matter what they did with it. It's exciting for the players and for the viewers. I think it's exciting for Plarium. It's a great title. It's a great activity. People are enjoying that kind of competition, that friendly competition, and sorting out new teams with the rules and the regulations of the characters and stuff. So I think it's a really great idea. And who did you say was in it? We've got Chosen, we've got yourself, Mr. Brew,
Cold Brew,
yeah,
right, and Yurdi,
Verdi,
and Hell Hades.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So
is that how you say his name, Yurdi?
No, Verdi.
Oh,
Verdi.
Oh, Verdi.
Well, he said
Verdi.
Yurdi.
I know a Yurdi. That's why I love that.
I was like, what? Is that
I'm like Angar, Armiger, Verdi, Yurdi. Man, I don't even know what's going on tonight.
You're here. That's all about us, man. There we go. So that's over now, right? So who ended up winning that, and is there another one?
Cool.
Yeah, actually. Yeah. Actually, Chosen won it in like 3.5 days. Okay. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out now before I say how he won it. Yeah. So he won it with Chris, Zavia, Madame Ceres, and Apothecary. That was his team, I think, to reach Gold 4. It was 3.5 days.
It's a good team.
It's a crazy team. Like Chris and Madame especially, it makes it so much easier to fight through all the teams. without having godlike gear to reach gold 4. I mean, in the 3 days that we had.
Did he auction that off already? The account?
I think he did, or he might be doing it tonight. I'm not sure.
Yeah, if we're not sure, you guys go check his YouTube and see, because they're showing the details of how you can get that account if you want to get that account.
Yeah.
Somebody said he did in chat already yesterday.
I already did mine.
You did yours as well. I've got mine left. So if you wanna Hegemon and a miscreated monster at level 60, go ahead and leave a comment on my YouTube video, and you can get a chance to get that in the next 5 days or so.
Yeah.
So there we go. There you go.
Yeah, they're all amazing accounts. So anybody who got any of those accounts, they're amazing accounts. If you have bad RNG or a new account and you wanted something, really good account.
Well, I don't know about mine.
Most of the accounts are great.
I mean,
I was pulling for you, Cold Brew.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody's
underdog.
Yeah.
Yeah, the community got way more excited with what also happened with my account. I also think it helped with the hyping everyone up, because I had so much bad luck. Everyone went behind the underdog,
right,
and like, no, you've got this. I'm a fan of Chosen, but I think you're gonna win it, and I hope you do win it. I knew I wasn't gonna win it, but I had like 1% chance to cheese through it. That was the only way.
Man, that's crazy. So Optical X, as kind of a new viewer, or you're compared to us, you are like the new baby around here, like the new player, right? So as a new player, technically, little baby,
Yeah.
Mate, he's a young face. Mate, he looks so young. He is not as young as he looks.
He has a baby face, right?
He does. He's a baby face assassin.
I can't grow a beard. Right?
He gets carded for alcohol and cigarettes. You know he does.
You know he does. Absolutely. Bringing up sore moments. As a new player, what is it like as a viewer and a new player's perspective, seeing these kind of things happen within the community right now?
Well, first off, this is one of the greatest communities for games that I've ever been a part of. I say it all the time. Like, all the content creators that we have here are super solid, and then they start when you start getting all the content creators involved and them doing challenges together and stuff like that, like Cold Brew was saying, like, it generates hype, and then everybody just really appreciates most of the content creators in this community. And so it's really good to be a part of something where everyone can be involved, and people can come into my stream and be like, yo, did you hear about the gold rush? And then we'll be talking about Stu, or last night I was like, yo, we're gonna have the podcast tomorrow, and I was just ranting on how it was such a good idea. And so I just really think that being a part of this is just such a blessing in disguise. So it's nice being a new person and getting to see all this and just being a part of it.
That's great, man. So do you have any kind of goals within like the streaming or content creating for yourself personally? Like, do you have any ambitions, or are you just enjoying the ride and seeing where it goes right now?
I definitely have goals for myself, but right now, like I said, because I think the community is just so great, I'm just really enjoying it. Like, I've made a lot of good friends. I've hung out with some of you guys. I've just met some of you guys, and it's kind of just cool being here and creating those friendships. But yeah, definitely, I'd love to be in Stu's shoes. Stu's the man. He gets to create content every day. That's what we all want. We're all content creators, and we want to do it full time because we love it.
You want to be in Hell Hades shoes.
So
you want to be in Hell Hades shoes, not my shoes.
I mean, you've both done well for yourselves, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Creators.
Drinking beer and playing games is the life. I will admit it.
I must admit that Hades is pumping out the videos, huh? Like 3 videos a day or something.
That's crazy.
It's
he
on the
crazy
grind. Yeah, I know he's gone full time. He's upgraded his PC. He's only been streaming on YouTube for like 4 months. He's literally just started streaming on Twitch. So if you guys haven't checked him out yet, Hell Hades TV on Twitch, go and hit that follow button. Go show some love and support. But yeah, that guy is an animal lately. He's like just all in on content, which is great to see.
He's a machine.
I don't know where he sleeps, honestly, or how he sleeps.
Yeah, I don't know when.
Right? He's
his
always
gaming
doing
chair.
he's doing all those videos, content streaming, and he's playing League of Legends and stuff all the time.
Right, yeah, I see, but League of Legends,
like-
he's doing the Brutal Rush,
Right.
the Gold Rushes as well, he's participating in everything, and he's still playing League of Legends in his spare time. But,
Yeah, he is quite a busy person.
yeah,
I can imagine.
he's on it. John, so Brutal Rush, explain to
Yes.
me, sir, you've been taking part in this as well, right?
Yeah, I have.
So,
I have.
yeah, explain Brutal Rush to me and everyone else that hasn't quite caught on to what it is yet.
Yes, so it is a challenge which was proposed by Stew Gaming, to where there's a challenge to 3-star normal, hard, and brutal mode on campaign with only uncommons and common champions.
Okay.
And it's kind of who can make it the quickest. I myself am definitely not going to win this, but I'm going to do it anyway because I think it's fun to have challenges like these
Yep.
happening in the game, and it's definitely makes the game more. It makes you have more things to do with the game in a way, and it makes you just appreciate the game even more because you can find out which comments and uncommons you can figure out which of them is good, and it's kind of cool to just look at the skills of the comments and uncommons and be surprised by what they can do, because when you play normally you don't really focus on uncommons or comments, so it's kind of cool
Yep.
to see that part of the game as well, and it's very cool to have challenges like these, and it was a very nice idea by Stew Gaming, and I'm literally doing it as we were speaking right now, so
Me too. I'm playing it too. I'm grinding away, man. I can't lose. I got to beat Hell Hades. Come on.
yeah. So it's just a very, very good thing, and it's cool to have the content creators come together for this challenge, and him inviting both the viewers and the content creators, and everyone can do it, and it's just a very fun challenge. So if you're playing and listening right now, I sincerely hope that you would give this challenge a try because it's quite fun, and I think you'll be surprised by how good some uncommons and commons champions can be.
Who else is kind of taking part in the Gold Rush?
Brutal. Rush.
Brutal Rush. Sorry, see, I'm confused
Yeah.
already. Okay.
Yeah, I'm also doing it. I've started, and I haven't made a video yet, but I think I'm stuck on stage 5 or something.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm spending a bit of time on it. Although I see it as like something really hard. I think it's much harder than the Gold Rush.
Well,
Because
because
there
we were
we've
given
got-
everything.
Yeah, exactly.
We were given everything to do to go nonstop. We've got Valor Gaming, Jay Giggs, Incredible John, Ali Plays, Hell Hades, Cold Brew, and myself in the event. And everybody's been at it. Every time I see them streaming or doing something, I've been seeing them play this. I know Hell Hades is hard at work. He's been streaming the hell out of this and playing it.
Yep.
So I know he's up there, and I've seen all the rest. Jay Giggs has been on it. I watched Incredible John on it earlier. So yeah, everybody's playing it, and it's challenging, but fun. You can see it's doable, but you get to these points in the game to where you just can't progress any further, and you're wondering, I got to make my next 5-star. I'm running out of energy. I'm running out of coin. But these events that we've been having lately have really helped out because we just got 500,000 coin from that level up event.
The daily login champion
yeah.
training system thing.
Right.
Yep.
And all of that is just really helping us out. Otherwise, we'd be going much slower.
Right.
Yeah, those coins helped a lot. So
I've already spent it all. All my coins are gone now.
Me too.
Can you imagine?
All year plus 12, man.
Do you remember when new players were joining in at Christmas and Plarium handed out 10 million silver? God, can you
10
imagine?
million?
The 10 million silver was handed
awesome.
to all new players like just after Christmas, pretty much. And
Oh my
Did
god!
they?
Yeah, that would have been insane.
They
didn't know
probably
about
spend it
that.
all on like 2-star gear too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
1-star plus 16.
Yeah, but they did that just
Yeah.
after Christmas. New players, you
That's
had
awesome.
10 million silver, and I think a few
10
of my
mil.
mates literally joined just the day after, so they couldn't get it, kind of thing. So that's
that's
kind of. But yeah, and
unfortunate,
the silver is so helpful early on. But I'm just thinking all those players that joined at Christmas to have 10 million silver to play around with at the beginning and
Yeah.
early on is going to be a massive change.
I joined right after they did the Ultimate Gaelic for the Amazon.
Right.
And
Okay.
I'm still salty about that.
Oh, you weren't able to pick them up, huh?
No,
Man.
I wasn't. I came in right after. Like it was Whisper after or something.
That's a good champion.
I know. For Spider.
Are you doing okay in spiders though? Are you progressing through there?
Yeah, I'm in 20, but He would.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're fine. You don't need him. That's really all he's really good for. Other than that, you don't need him.
3 months in, he's already doing Spider 20 and complaining he didn't get out Gallic. What is wrong with you?
Hey, I pulled Siffy, so I win.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah,
Mate,
no,
you've won
yeah,
it.
He's talking about Spider 20 and a CP.
I win.
That's a crazy pull.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So a bit of context there, Optical. I literally went a year without farming Spider. A, because I couldn't farm Spider, and B, I didn't have the characters to form a team. And then just after Christmas, I pulled loads of shards at Christmas, like nearly 200. And I got the Arbiter mission done, I got the Tormin fusion done, all on the same day. And I literally had to build a team from scratch after the new year. So just when I started streaming is when I started creating that Spider team. But yeah, over a year without farming Spider, let alone Spider 20, and you've literally got there in 3 and 4 months. So, you know.
That's ridiculous.
But yeah, it is what it is. So another thing, yeah, well, everyone gets lucky. I've had people pull Ignatius on day 1 and stuff. Like, it's just
crazy.
It hurts, mate.
And people don't even know how lucky they are. I've seen like a level 20 person with an Arbiter, and I'm like, holy crap, I don't know how lucky you are.
Yeah.
Someone pulled like an Arbiter like super early on. That's crazy.
I mean, that's one of the questions that we get quite a lot, right? Is especially as streamers and content creators, who do I 6-star next, kind of thing, right? And a lot of players just don't know who is good or not. Like who do I 6-star next, and they'll show us like, I don't know, 10 champions that are 50. And then you ask to see their vault, and you've got like 2 diamonds in their vault, which would just be amazing for them. So yeah, I think knowing who you have is really important to go forward, and trying to plan your teams ahead also is very helpful.
Yeah, I've people have been asking me sometimes what teams they should use for whichever system, whether it's clan boss or not, and they're showing me an image of their heroes, and they have like all the heroes needed for like a 2 or 3 key Ultra Nightmare. I'm like, holy crap! Do you know what you have?
Yep.
You have something glorious there.
So on Brutal Rush, something we touched on just before we went live was the difficulty factor. So we've all been playing the game for about a year or so. And now, instead of playing end game content, shaving off those seconds of those speed runs in the dungeons or whatever, you're now kind of thrown back to the beginning. Like you've tried to learn to everything that you've learned over the last year. You're trying to implement into basically starting again. And how's that working for you guys?
For me personally, there is a lot of things I've forgotten.
Okay.
Which hasn't. I've come up with it, or I figure it out over time while playing again. But there's definitely a lot. Now I know a lot more about the game. Now when I first started, I didn't know that crit rate was good, as an example. So now I know which stats to kind of aim for.
Right.
And it's definitely cool to be able to play from the beginning again. And I definitely have a lot of knowledge from the year or so I've been playing since I first started. So it's been quite fun, and I've definitely put some of the things I've learned into what I'm doing now.
But as for having been playing for a while, you find the transition is kind of easier? Do you think starting again is now easier with things that you've learned, or have you been playing so long at the end game that it's difficult to sort of start again and to get going again?
It's kind of a mix. It is definitely easier, but then again, there are obviously those things that I've forgotten. So it will be like I've seen them for the first. Not necessarily I've seen them for the first time, but there are definitely some surprises I didn't anticipate while playing again.
Such
as like aiming. What was it? Like the expensive silver cost.
Yeah.
I obviously have millions upon millions on my main account. So the silver cost was definitely a surprise to me, that everything costs so much, and I was like, finally I'm soon about to open market so I can purchase uncommons, and they're like 50k silver, and like, holy crap,
yeah.
I can't buy that. So the silver cost was definitely the most surprising thing to me personally.
Or when you equip artifacts, it costs silver.
Yeah, unequipping artifacts. Oh my god, that's the biggest thing I've ever had. I had a Sister Militant, which I used to farm with, and then I got Saurus, and I had literally just equipped Sister Militant with all 4 and 3 star artifacts, And then I was going to unequip and say, yes, finally I got Saurus. And then I was like, you need to pay 20k to remove this artifact. And I was like, oh crap, oh crap.
Yeah,
I actually have to farm silver to be able to unequip.
Spoiler alert, it gets costlier, honestly. Oh, 20 grand is so cheap, I wouldn't mind paying that for every weapon. Now it's like, because I'm trying so hard to restrict myself from using 5-star gear, so I'm just trying to use 6-star gear all the time.
It's so expensive.
100 grand a pop, like just to unequip one character, it's nearly $1 million in silver. And you're like, oh my god.
So expensive.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I've never liked the artifact removal cost. Like, I think many people don't like it, but I kind of enjoy it as a little bit of an additional challenge to this raid, to this brutal rush, because it makes you have to think more about what artifacts and when you're going to add them and who you're going to add them to. So it adds an additional challenge, which I actually don't mind.
What about yourself, Cold Brew? You found the transition easy, hard? Are you glad you started again, or are you like gritting your teeth as to why have I done this? Like, what's happening?
I mean, without getting help from Plarium, I know it's gonna be a grind. Yeah, I don't know if I have the time to do it. Like, I think it's gonna take more than a week to do this kind of thing. It's not gonna be something like in 3 days, because you need to level up the champions. You probably need to farm for a few masteries. Might need to get tier 6 masteries, and getting them with uncommons is not going to be easy. Right. You might not even be able to farm 50 next project for also the main account. Because I always work on uncommons also on my main account. Yeah, kind of like that challenge as well.
With the uncommons, actually, with like people trying to use them again for content like Raid Rush, Brutal Rush, so Gold Rush, Brutal Rush. Do you think when new characters are getting implemented, like uncommons are going to be sort of looked at a little bit more? So people are waking up to the fact, like Armiga, and all these like uncommons which are really useful. Do you think there's going to be another really OP uncommon in the future, or anything like that?
I hope so.
Ooh,
yeah, because they keep adding them, so why not? I mean,
especially if they have new factions come out.
Well, there's 3 more factions due out at some point, right?
Yeah.
So whether that be in a year, 2 years, or whatever. While you're all here, actually, who do we think those 3 factions are going to be, and or any ideas? Like
we had that leak a couple of months ago, right?
What did it show? The samurai thing?
The samurai,
yeah,
or whatever?
The samurai thing, and it was called the Asia faction or something like that. Okay. It was from an ad, but it might not be anything really. So it might not be anything.
It could be old artwork that they're not implementing yet, but yeah, it could be definitely be a faction. Are we expecting another faction though?
Nothing's been mentioned as yet, but the last one we had was dwarves, and that was like 3 months ago now, or something like that. So maybe it's about time they start thinking, or at least teasing about it. You know what? If they tease something, we could still end up waiting another 3 months for it anyway. So
yeah, it could take a while.
But I think we talked about samurais as well beforehand. I think that would be a really great shout. That will apply to the Asian market, and it's a really cool faction as well. Aesthetically, that could be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm obviously playing a lot of games, and the games which has those types of factions, I think it's a pretty cool faction, or a pretty cool, I don't know, cool animation and cool art style and stuff, cool heroes.
Yeah, I'd be fine for it. I still think we need some more dwarves though, to give them some more champions in their pool.
Yeah.
Yep.
And for the rest of all of our really the rest of the factions are pretty beefed up. They just need to get some balancing done.
Yeah, I agree there.
So they tend to do that, don't they? So like the dwarves, for example, we know there's only 25 characters. When a new faction releases, like they do like to release characters every now and then and just beef them up, right? But I mean, there is balancing needed all over. When you've got 52 in the Sacred Order, down to just 25 in the Dwarves, but then we've got like 31 in the Orcs and 28 in the Ogrin tribe. So it's kind of, there's loads of randomization there in terms of character choice, I think. But let's say Samurais is a faction that's going to be coming out. Do we have any ideas of what you would like that could be different, unique, and fun for the last 2 factions?
I have some idea for like it could be a legendary. It could be like an assassin, which would like introduce like a new debuff or something, to where if the enemy has a certain type of debuff, they will take more damage from that faction from all samurais. Like they have like some kind of debuff to I don't know. So introduction
Like a
of
faction
debuff.
specific debuff.
Yeah. So it would be like as it could be like an assassin where they could do sneak attacks and stuff. As you see in games, if you hit bosses or people from behind, it does more damage. So it would be some kind of debuff there, which would make the enemy take more damage from that faction all of them.
I think something like a bleed or something like that could be pretty cool with the weapons that you throw.
There's an example. I bleed as well.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, in arena, many people especially during arena events, they'll put one person in the defense team. Maybe that one person, if it's a ninja or a samurai, gets a buff for being on their own, kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know,
that could also be very fun.
A soul samurai has an extra buff or something if they're on their own.
That.
Yeah, that's just something different like that.
Or actually something else as well. If you have a team in arena, but three people from the samurai faction, you get the buff. So the more you have from that faction, the more buff.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Will be.
That could be cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like
even
idea,
in PvE, that'd be good.
Yeah,
more of that faction get a buff, and like each faction has a different buff. That'd be fun.
God, I like
I
that.
think that would be fun.
That's good.
Yeah, Saffron, if they did bleed, imagine introducing with a faction like a new debuff that was kind of like poison or HP burn.
So like
Yeah.
Leech, but better, kind of thing.
Well, you want it to be
Yeah.
like, okay.
Well, I know Leech is about to get buffed and stuff. I'm just thinking of some kind of debuffs which samurais could use, and obviously they use a lot of bleed, like death by 1,000 cuts type thing, and bleed could be a pretty cool thing.
That could be a cool skill. Death by 1,000.
We could just give them poison sensitivity, maybe increase damage.
Yeah, if we get a legendary with poison sensitivity, it's gonna be crazy.
50% one. We still don't have anybody with 50% poison sensitivity yet, so waiting to see what we get with that.
Be insane.
It's gonna be like Frozen Banshee on steroids, you know?
Right.
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 more factions. Any other spitballing ideas? Like, what would you like to see? Like,
I'd like to see. Let me just. What I would like to see. I would like to see something from. Actually, never mind.
People in chat said elementals. Elementals would be really cool.
Yeah.
elementals would be really cool, wouldn't they?
What
I've
they
seen
said.
a lot of people say pirates.
Yeah, pirates. They said pirates. Pirates would be kind of fun.
Pirates.
I think it would be fun.
I would love to see something like a droid, you know, all mechanical champions, something like that.
But like World of
Steam-
Warcraft, Golem
yeah.
kind
Or
of, goblins
steampunk.
kind of.
Yeah,
but it can't
steampunk
be
maybe
steampunk.
if you want to keep it that kind of.
They'd have to do it right. Otherwise, you can't make it too futuristic. It's got to definitely be this kind of look.
Yeah, steampunk will more fit to the whole kind of other champions as well.
Right. Yeah, could be okay. Just they couldn't get too crazy. And they do it right. Everything they do here, cosmetic wise, looks amazing. So
Yeah, the teams they have for cosmetic is crazy good compared to everything else they do.
I think this kind of goes on like undead hordes and things like that. But I think like a ghost faction would be kind of cool. One which is specific to like
An
different ghost
apparition
champions.
faction, yes.
Yeah, for example, that's the word. Yeah.
So they could like naturally have like a veil on them or something.
Yeah.
And
Like
so
some avails.
melees couldn't affect them, or something like that. Like
something better than Veil, I hope.
Yeah, like invisibility.
But maybe you could only use like Galax Fireball to do damage, and melee attacks like from the weapon won't work or something. So just like sorcery does
they
damage.
can only be damaged by AoE attacks, which attacks more than.
Well,
than...
AoE if it's done from magic, not from a weapon, right?
Yeah.
So that would be, they could only, it's kind of like Pokemon, right? You can't catch them. You kind of had to use the magic on them, like back in the day. Mate, that is going back some time, and let me tell you,
It's super effective.
It's super effective. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I think another faction that I would like would be really cool. It's something just like just like a gods faction. Like the last faction, they could literally have just literally like 20 gods, just all legendaries from all different factions.
Legendary faction.
A legendary,
legendary faction. That'd be sweet.
a legendary faction.
that would be
like
insane.
that.
And they could only have 20, and they were all part of the same, and they had busts if you had them in the same team. So like we've got the fusion pairings with Sify and Rotos, right? Maybe they all had partnerships with each other. Maybe some had negative towards each other as well, because maybe they just don't get along, you know? Like,
Right.
but yeah, like maybe just 20 or 30 just legends, but that are super hard to get. That could be pretty cool, just that last faction.
That's super safe.
Yeah, I was about to say they'll have to make a new shard.
Well, funny you say that, because I've been trying to push for a Saffron shard for like 3 months now.
That's actually a pretty interesting idea what you said about having like negatives toward each other. What if each, all the factions here have their like sub faction or whatever, like their main primary, whatever they're called, Talarians and this Galleon pack and whatever, the corrupt.
Yeah.
Right.
It would be cool if each of these had just a slight bonus or disadvantage to each of these ones when you fought them.
Right.
It'd be kind of interesting. I mean, nothing crazy, nothing too crazy, but a little bit would be fun.
Yeah,
I actually think we might get like mythical champions.
Ooh.
That's what I
Someone
think we're
actually
gonna get.
said
Mythical?
that-
Another tier above
So
legendary.
there you go.
Yeah.
Instead of legendary faction, it would be a mythical faction. I like that.
Yeah.
Because we
Okay.
can prox to get mythical gear. Yeah.
Someone
Wow.
told me about poltergeists. Like that could be an interesting faction. Poltergeist, or is that like the ghost faction? Just some different variants of it or something.
Yeah.
Brew, you've got me thinking about mythical now. That's really interesting.
But then think about mythical books, guys. We don't want those.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah,
They
no.
definitely. Well,
$100
why
a
won't
piece.
it?
$100 a piece, exactly.
Yeah. And there's
Easy.
a 4% chance to get.
We've never
Only
seen
drops
mythical
on
books.
To fail the skill up, yeah.
Well, mythical. If you look at the roadmap, mythical was supposed to be a
Exactly.
mythical weapon, like something that we make, something that we do, like a glyph to add on to our champions. Each of our champions to make them stronger. So I like that because anything to make our champions stronger is good because content out there is still pretty hard for a lot of people.
That's why I said mythical champions.
I
I
like
think
that.
it's gonna tie in with the mythical gear.
Mythical weapon.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
about
it's gonna
that.
be maybe like one mythical champion per faction.
One mythical shard for
They should
$100.
be insanely rare.
So
And they
Apocalypse.
with
they
the
could be okay.
go on,
Could I
Chris.
say?
Go on, John. Sorry, mate.
The mythical things, they could have their own instead of being spirits or magic or force. They could be strong against every faction.
Ooh.
OP.
Oh.
Yeah.
In terms of the additional shards, so let's say they did bring out mythical faction and these mythical creatures. Let's say they brought out, let's just say a saffron shard, for example. That would be like a 0.5% chance or something to get a mythical character, but a 99.5% chance to get a legendary. Right,
Whoa,
so
that would be $100 for one.
Yeah.
well, yeah, it would be very rare.
that's easy,
You
yeah.
probably wouldn't be able to buy them. They would only be like tournament or event rewards or something like that,
Number one in the
yeah.
world.
Well, kind of. So, but maybe it comes with 5 legendary books also, like something like that. But this one shard, no matter what it's called, you could literally have just a 0.5% chance to get a mythic, but a guaranteed 95 or 99.5% chance to get a legend. So you're going to get a legend no matter what with this shard, but you still got a chance for that mythic as well. But those shards should be really hard to earn,
It would take months. It would take a very long time until anyone got a mythic.
Right,
Points.
but that would be a really rare thing. You can't buy
Yeah,
them.
like insane
They're
rare.
they're hard, well earned. If you did put them in the global top spot, for example, people would go for it. Like if they're
Yeah.
not, like they're not,
And
they're doing it for one legend book right now. Can you imagine if the Saffron Shard was in there? That'd be
Yeah. And it's like just imagine that like the difference from a legendary to a mythic would be like from a rare to a legendary.
right. Oh man, I want them now.
That'd be crazy.
I want them now. Okay,
Yeah, now
so
we want mythic heroes.
So that's kind of the factions with ideas at the way. So here we go, chat. Item filtering 1.14 patch. Let's start with the item filtering because that's the main takeaway so far. But in this patch is going to be clan boss damage counter, champ rebalance, and a revive to the clan boss nerf. But the item filtering is taking a lot of the heat, and lots of people are very interested in this. They started teasing it about 3-4 months ago, maybe even longer. I'm not so sure. Actually, I don't think it was that long, but yeah, not so long ago.
They did tease it pretty early, it seems like.
Yeah, it was pretty early. So yeah, why is it so wanted? Is it going to be a game changer if it comes out without any bugs?
Mm-hmm. For sure. It takes so long to go through your gear when you have 700 different pieces that you can possibly have. Even if you could just filter it by like chest or hands, like I'd be fine with that, you know. But they're introducing like attack percent chest, like specific substats, which is gonna speed everything up times 10.
It's going to make it so much easier.
You could have 2,000 gear. I mean, you could have a lot of gear on your guys in your vault as well. So there are a lot of people out there with tons of gear on all their champions, people they use for faction wars, everything spread out. I don't even know where half my gear is, but now I'll be able to see that gear wherever it is. If I want to get my fastest speed, highest crit, whatever, I can quickly make a champion and at least see where that gear is at. So it's going to be great. It's going to be a lifesaver, I think.
Now, is this going to be for jewelry as well, or is it just going to be for gear? You know, it is for jewelry as well.
I hope so.
Perfect.
Everything.
Yeah, I hope so.
But it's not as involved, it's not as intricate as a lot of other ones out there. Some of the other ones out there, we can do a wardrobe, like do a mock-up. Right. I want to put this gear on my champion. This is what the stats will be, and then you can decide whether you want to equip it then and take it off other people. But still, it's a very good step forward.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Are we worried?
It's going to help me out a lot.
Are we worried about that? There's a positive hype going around about something, and then it's going to be released like the Battle Pass and just not work. Is that a worry? Like, are we worried about that?
It should work. It should. Well, I don't know. I think the servers are going to be down, off and on, down, up, but it should work. It should definitely work.
But I've got this nightmare that we're going to...
It's difficult to mess that up.
Yeah, I know, but I've just got this nightmare, because obviously I've been playing a long time, we've seen some things go wrong. Like, what if you search for defense items with speed, but then you want to switch it to attack or something, and then your items with speed just are sold, or something, do you know what I mean?
Sold or disappear, right?
Yeah.
Don't say that. Right, we all get on there, we all start swapping around our equipment, and then all of a sudden we're like, where's our equipment? It was sold, it disappeared. And they had to reset all of our games.
I can see that happening so easily.
I got banned.
That's like when my account got banned.
I got banned.
Yeah.
Everyone got banned, or most people did. But also, when the first time the artifact enhancement event came in, everyone upgraded their artifacts at the same time and broke the event. They had to give the rewards out to everyone for that event, and they had to wait another 3 months for that event to come back, right? So I'm just wondering if like stress testing might be an option. I don't know. I've seen things go wrong, and I don't want them to go wrong, and do you know what I mean? I'm just
obviously we want to.
I'm hoping they test it out. I think it's ready to go now. I think they've been testing it on their side, and all they have to do is flip the switch, and then we have access to it. So that's what they normally do anyways. So I'm really hoping that they get that ironed out.
It's like, let's say they have 5 testers. They can't test for everything when like thousands of players is all of a sudden getting it. So they obviously can't count for everything, but hopefully there won't be a lot of issues.
But they're kind of pressing down the curve, as the common saying is pretty much nowadays. They've pressed down the curve over the last like 4 weeks, right? They put out the fires of what's happened, and then slowly like momentum is getting started to be built again, right? And people are getting hyped over the update. It's not content which people have been crying out for, but the quality of life is there, and I think a lot of people are just really looking forward to the item filtering. Really, I want them to keep making the right decisions, and I want good things to happen to them. I think they're doing well to sort of put out the flames and look bright towards the end of the tunnel. You know, I think they've got some good stuff coming out.
Yeah, because they could have simply ignored they could have just ignored. Like, I've seen games have players riot and be insane. Like, people have gone crazy or very angry, and a very angry fandom, and the game has just ignored everything and just kept updating as they did.
Right.
So I'm glad that this game is actually trying to be good to the players.
Yeah, I think it was a wake-up call. the past few months have been like a huge wake-up call for them, and they're finally
because it's a lot of money we're talking
realizing.
about, and so many people are leaving the game. So. Like it's quite a lot.
But all the stuff coming out from Plarium has been good things. I mean, the other things that we've got on this update as well, we've got the clan boss damage counter. So people have been crying out for a clan boss damage counter for like over a year right now. This isn't going to fix the issues of the clan boss, but however, it's still going to help out clans a whole bunch. Like, the amount of clans that are going over their damage caps, you might be able to get an extra 1 or 2 people to get a top chest now. Purely because people can manage their scores a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
But they're going to fix the clan boss, so they've already said they're going to fix the clan boss, and who knows, 1.15 maybe we'll get. I know they're working on 3v3 arena. They've been working on that really hard.
Yeah.
They're working on fixing the clan boss for us, even though we've been talking about it forever and asking for it. They finally, I guess, caved in and said, all right, we'll do it.
Yeah.
So they're working on that, and then they're working on the Void Tower, which if we had all that fixed, if we had the clan boss fixed to unlimited health to where we could all attack and hold full clans without worrying about if you overhit or don't hit enough, and if people leave, people join. And if we had the tower, which is every month, new content for us all to beat, where we get amazing rewards along with the new arena, I think it would add a lot to the game. I just hope it doesn't take all year to get that stuff.
Yeah, hopefully it's not too much delayed due to the pandemic happening, but it would surprise me if everything was delayed a bit.
Everyone's probably working
a lot of them
from
are
home right now. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they're working at home.
Everybody's at home.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
A lot of them are home.
So with the champ balance, there's 1 or 2 that sort of like opened up and sort of jumped out as me as being pretty cool. Anyone else? Like, I think Martial Art was one of them. Let me try and
I'm excited about the champions. I wish there were more, but I'm definitely excited about the ones there. Lower Chamfort, Martial Art. Who we got? Even Vergus, the Epic.
Right.
He looks great. Who else was there?
Ooh, I'm trying to bring it up right now.
Occult Brawler is passive, though.
I don't know what that's going to do, honestly. What is that going to do to Occult Brawler?
I was reading, apparently, like, even if he's stunned, it'll proc as well, or something like that.
That's pretty cool if that's what's happening with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Duchess is being changed, but also we've got, what's his name? Richtoff the Bold. He's going to have a little change to him. I don't know if he's going to be good or not. I've got him at 60. I don't think he's going to be great, but we'll have to test him out.
But overall, the champ balancings are always interesting, right? You could have had this character like for over a year. You could have had him just for a week, and to have these champs being rebalanced, it mixes it up, right? Mixes up a little thing. It just makes things a little bit more interesting. I'm looking forward to trying out Champ 4. I've got Champ 4, so I'm looking forward to see what they do to him and how he improves. But yeah, lots of people are talking about Duchess. Anyone know what's going on with Duchess?
I think she's getting nerfed, or am I wrong? I may be wrong.
Well, she's kind of getting a nerf and a buff, right? Cold Brew, do you got any idea?
Yeah, she's going to be the same.
Right. It's going to be the same.
Actually, it's lower, isn't it? Aren't the numbers are way lower than what she did before, though?
I'll need to check again, but I thought when I saw it the first time that it's going to be the same, although it seemed that it's a nerf.
No, before she was like 25% under Veil against non-boss or something. It's pretty. Actually, we can look at it right now. It's not changed yet. I've got it.
Are they going to completely reduce it?
They're going to take it away.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's going to go away from Duchess, and then the lower amount that is there is like 8%. I don't know, something really low. So it's overall
7.5 and
big
15.
nerf,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Instead of 25, it's going to be 15.
Yeah, it's gonna. You're right. Yeah. It's much lower.
Okay, then if that's the case, yeah, then it's a nerf, but still, it's.
But then they're changing the veil as well, right?
But it's an overall buff because it goes to anybody with Veil. It doesn't have to just be Duchess. Like, you don't have to just use Duchess.
Right.
You can use it with anybody with Veil.
Yeah.
So I guess overall, maybe it's a kind of a little bit of buff, but I don't think it's enough for Veil people.
Okay. But
I've
Duchess,
heard people say it was needed, though, for Duchess.
I think that's just people that can't deal with Duchess.
I've heard more people agree with it.
I don't have Duchess, so I hate her. I hate her.
Yeah, I have her and I love her, and I don't mind. I don't mind the change. It's not a huge deal.
I've never really struggled with any Duchesses in Arena or anything like that, to be honest.
Well, that's the thing. She would absorb a lot of AoE damage in Arena is huge, right? Especially before Road Toast, it was like the number one thing. AoE damage is the biggest thing in Arena. So now that Rotos is out there, and that's usually what you see anyways, you see Arbiter, Rotos, Siphi in all of Platinum. So it's not that big of a deal now, but before AoE was everything. So back then she did kind of save your team a lot. You get up that Veil, you get up the increased attack, and it would save my Neathwee, it would save my other people. So it was pretty nice. But I'm not complaining. She's still a fantastic champion.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Our Arbiter was such a good champion for her time. When she first came out, like, oh my god, she was good. She is still good, but oh my god, I'm just thinking back to it.
Yeah, for those of you who haven't beat Nightmare campaign, you might want to beat it now before the More 2 update.
Oh, that's a great shout.
You think he's gonna? You think they're not gonna? I think they have the ability now to separate the two. I don't know. You think it's gonna be crazy
secret
hard?
skill is so annoying when you're on the last stage of Nightmare and you're trying to beat 3-star it. Oh my gosh! And now it's at the 20%.
Right.
Ooh.
Right.
So
It's gonna be crazy.
a few months ago, they mentioned that they weren't gonna change Lord Champ 4 or any of the campaign boss characters because they would have to change them in the campaign, and they didn't want to do that. So I don't know if they're gonna change the campaign now. Is the campaign gonna get rebalanced because of Champ 4 and more collab? I've murdered that name. But yeah, like, are those campaign? Are those campaigns gonna be rebalanced now, or is it just the characters from Shards? What do you think?
I think they'll just do the characters instead of the campaign.
Yeah, because they could easily, I guess, differentiate the boss. Like, I think it's doable to keep the campaign the same. But I don't know coding, so I don't know.
I hope it's separated. I hope he's not that strong. It's already hard enough. It's already hard enough. It's a lot of RNG just to be.
It is so hard.
12-7. It is just complete RNG. So I hope,
especially because they have block revive champs on that last stage, like crazy.
And then he blocks revive as well if he hits you with that ability.
I haven't of campaign yet. I need a Paragon or I need
a Paragon. Yes.
Yeah, I need a Paragon. I don't have that, so it's difficult.
I use Siphi and Rotos.
Oh yeah, I could.
This guy use Siphi and Rotos, no problem.
This new player.
Rotos was 50 too. Rotos was 50.
My freaking god. Like, who could you use with Rotos? Someone I have, because obviously you know all the heroes I have. Just give me an example. I need help. I need technical help right now.
Mate, so Rotos and Paragon is who I use for Nightmare campaign.
Rotos and Paragon.
Yeah. So and then that was
cheesing it.
Yeah, just cheesing it, mate. And you only need to do it the once, right? But for everywhere else except for the boss, it was miscreated monster in Rotos. Absolutely.
Oh, I do have miscreated monster. Okay, things are looking bright.
Yeah, so my miscreated monster can solo Nightmare in about, 4 minutes or something like that. So yeah, he's very, very useful, and Rotos just doesn't die. So yeah, Rotos and miscreated monster is a great partnership. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta do that then. Thanks for the help. Thanks for the support.
Good stuff. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be helping me, but it is what it is.
Yeah, no, I am too old for this game right now. Now I need help from the newer people.
So speaking of new responsibilities and stuff, so I'm in that the moderators trainee program right now. So
congratulations!
Thank you very much. So that's all down to you guys and to John to kind of fast track it for me as well. So thank you very much for that. But yeah, 2 weeks on probation kind of thing. Getting used to all the local people in the chat and Discord. So if you are in the official Discord and you see me, I'm generally in let me remember the names of the channels. I'm generally in where have we gone? School reception and the general game discussion. Right, so they're the two channels.
School reception right now?
Okay. Well, not specifically, but they're the two channels I'd go and say hi and try and help out where I'm online. So school reception and general game discussion is where. And shout out for the rest of the trainees as well this week. We all got given 270 gems as well from Plarium for this week, so that's like our first official pay packet from Plarium. We're all very excited about that as well. So yeah, good times. If you are in the official Discord, don't be a stranger. Come and say hi, and I'll be more than willing to try and help out if I can. If I can't, I'll pass you on to Incredible John. All right, so there we go.
Okay, thanks for all the work.
That's all right, mate. You're most welcome.
I think they stopped sending me gems for that.
Oh, really?
For the moderator. Yeah. I haven't noticed any gems for I think a couple of weeks.
Do you do anything in moderator's chat?
I don't do it in the chat, but if someone needs help and sends me a message, I help them out.
Yeah, same here. I
don't do anything.
Reach out.
I don't even know why I'm a moderator anymore, honestly. So
Same, but
I'm only there if somebody starts putting, crazy pictures up or really spamming and nobody's on at that time. They just tell me, hey, somebody's spamming. It's getting crazy in here. Then I'll go in there and ban that person. But other than that, I don't do anything.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of, even though I don't really I don't type a lot or anything, but I always enjoy helping people. So if they're saying, oh, they can't log onto their account or there's some issues and they're contacting me, I actually really do enjoy just forwarding along and seeing if we're able to fix the problem. So I enjoy being a moderator, even though I'm definitely not as active as many of them.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to just I'm looking forward to like that one time, because I generally, as an outsider kind of looking in at being a content creator, when things go wrong, I go onto that official Discord and I just watch the show. Like, there's just thousands of people within seconds going compensation. Like, it's just a show of soul, and I generally enjoy that. But now I'm kind of like involved in that, and I'm gonna have to try and quell that.
Free Dracomorph, please.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Please.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that first time where things are going crazy. It's going to be pretty cool.
It was kind of fun during the crisis in the Discord, where people had like 70 reactions to like every single post, and like people went crazy with reactions and stuff. That was a crazy time to be in the Discord. Like, people just going crazy. The chat was kind of mad.
I think I even streamed chat. There was one time where the whole of Plarium shut down, and I was the only person on Twitch that was streaming Raid or able to stream Raid. And I went for like a break, and I just showed like the Discord, and it was just so many people were just not happy. But there's me like grinning from ear to ear. I just gained like 200 followers in an hour or something like that, and I was like, sweet, can we do this every week? That'd be great.
Yeah, right. Like, things went kind of crazy, especially for people involved with the entire Hegemon drama and stuff like that. There was a lot of, I definitely got a lot of people either being angry with me. Like, it was kind of crazy. It was a crazy time.
What's the silliest thing someone's got angry with you for, John?
It has to be that what was it? I was making this guide video, which is one of my more popular raid videos, and I said in the video that you don't have to do this, but if you want to get some artifacts, you can buy in market, but this is not the way. I literally spent most of the video saying, you don't have to do this, you can go in the campaign and dungeons and whatever. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people was angry at me and saying like, oh, he's just to pay to win. Your advice, how to get artifacts, pay money according to like, people were very angry with me. When I just advised, you can buy from market if you want to, but you don't have to. Like, I think that was one of the silliest reasons when I spent most of the video saying the opposite of what people were complaining about. So I think maybe that's one of the reasons, or one of them. There's many more which has probably left my memory, but that's one I do remember.
I'm looking forward to a few things like that as well. It's gonna be pretty interesting. But yeah, moderating, looking forward to that. Come and say hi in the official Discord if you're new or old, whatever. Come say hi, it'd be great. Okay, so next section. So we missed out on last week because we just weren't around. But last week there was a question and answer from the developers, right?
So that's right. There was a Q&A from them.
Yeah, we'll just go through this kind of one by one. So suggestion 1: weekly arena rewards. Make the arena chest similar to clan boss chests, where players have to click claim until the rewards aren't added. Until then, the rewards aren't added. And they've straight away gone for coming up in the closest releases. So maybe not 1.14 or 1.14.5 or this and the other. Maybe 1.1516, something like that. We're going to have to manually collect our arena rewards. Now, is that a good thing? Like, I didn't really think that was an issue with arena reward collecting. Any thoughts on that?
Problem with it.
I genuinely, well, it's of course fine to claim the arena rewards, but typically things like that should just automatically go into your mail in game. It should be like, oh, you're ranked such and such in arena, here's your rewards.
Yeah, but so many people have
it in mail.
So many people have their boxes full, John. Like they're full of 700 and they've got their inboxes full of 300. They're at capacity, you know.
Yeah, so it could essentially be like if you have a full mailbox, then you'd have to do it manually. But if you have space in your mailbox, then you just get it automatically there.
I have so many arena refills in my mailbox.
The thing is, guys, if you go
Crazy.
over that 300 in mailbox, it will eat all your stuff. So if you're farming, auto farming, whatever else, you will lose whatever you have saved up. So if you have gems in there, pots in there, XP banners, it will eat all that stuff and disappear. So be careful. Don't get over 300.
Just sticking to the 200 is when I get to 200, then I start to worry. So I start planning
to take
Mm.
ahead.
it out. Yeah, I just want to warn people if they haven't ever done that before. I looked over this. I didn't even do a YouTube video on it because I didn't think any of the information in here was worthy of my time to do a YouTube video on. I felt like this is just more fluff, like them. I don't know, just kind of talking about small points, but not really saying anything.
I'm right there with you, but I mean, there's not many of these that come out,
yeah, I want to go over it. I'm just saying, I just felt like it just wasn't.
Yeah, so
they put this out, but they don't really go over the things.
They can be good at saying many things, but saying nothing at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't feel like these were our real issues that we had that we want corrected or worked on.
I agree. I do agree, but we've had these before, and they're the same kind of thing. Like, I don't know who they're asking to be able to post these kind of things up, but hey, we'll get to that towards the end. Suggestion number 2, rewards in Gold 4 tier. So the game dev response: yes, we do realise that it is painful to get those arena chests pretty often, especially if you are in Gold 4, so we are going to improve those rewards in one of the future releases. So Platinum, they've just upgraded. They got the new gear sets and this, that, and the other. Now they're thinking that Gold 4 needs some work. What are the thoughts? What can they do for Gold 4?
I never really get good stuff out of the gold arena chest. I'll be honest.
Genuinely, they should just buff all the arena rewards overall, because at the point in the game right now, there is no sense in focusing more on arena than clan boss, because clan boss just outshines it by far if you can do well in clan boss. You just get
Compared to clan boss, the rewards in arena are just
they need to completely rework the arena rewards.
Or
You
give
get
it
some
two
decent gems
chests.
nowadays. I think with the platinum chest right now, you get some decent rewards, but maybe
But
they
like-
want to do something to incorporate some more artifacts into it, like they're doing right now for platinum. Give some
Yeah.
lower tier artifacts into gold or something. I mean, the thing is, they said that they're going to do it in future release. So to me, that just means who knows? That could be a month. That could be 6 months. That could be 6 months.
Yeah.
I just don't.
One thing they could do with gold would be due to how often and how many rewards you get from clan boss, they could give you arena rewards more often, like maybe twice a season or something. Oh, you stayed at gold 4, here's your reward for half time or whatever. They just need to increase the output of rewards, and I think it would be way better. Doesn't necessarily have to be way better rewards, but just more of them overall, like more artifacts and stuff would be better, or would be good.
Yeah.
Due to just the amount you get from clan boss, so it would because as I said, like people have, it's obviously fun to do well in arena, but people don't have that much of a need to do well in arena if they can do well in clan boss. So I want them to balance it in a way.
In my point of view, they literally just upgraded the Platinum Arena, right? And I said it back then, I'll say it again now. They could have done both. They could have done Gold 4 at the same time and just put 5-star of the new gear pieces in Gold 4, right? Yeah. And then there wouldn't need to be any balancing. People in Gold 4, which is like 90% of the gaming population right now, love that sound. So it's like 90% of the population are in Gold 4. They wouldn't have had the 6-star new set pieces, but they would have had 5-star set pieces and something new to play with. And this balance for Gold 4 wouldn't be needed. But now they've focused on Platinum and they kind of left Gold 4 in the dust and everyone's in Gold 4. But, I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Could they have done that instead?
Definitely could have done that. I don't know why. Yeah, they do that a lot, right? They incorporate something in there and then they leave the rest behind, and then we wait a long time to get it. I think, again, it just goes along with the company's whole theme. They want you to battle out for the top 300, so they want you to spend money.
Yeah.
They want you to actively really want that top 300, and that means that there's going to be a lot of whales out there struggling to pull champions to get there, especially when you make specific champions so powerful that you really need those champions to be there.
And not only the champion rebalance happens.
Well, you need those champions.
Yeah.
Mr.
So
Brew,
they want you to
sorry,
spend.
go on. They do
it's
want
okay. I
you
was
to
just saying.
Yeah, they do want you to spend. I know, but I just
Right.
thought that if they were to drip feed the 5-star gear into Gold 4, they might have given people more incentive to want better items of that. You know, oh, that's
Right,
a
it'd
really
be
cool
fun.
item. Yeah, it would have been nice. So even if in Platinum you get 4 pieces, right? 4 pieces of gear, or is it more? You get a full set of 6. I don't have.
You
a
get
Platinum
more.
chest.
You get more. You get 6 stars. You get legendaries.
Okay,
in
so
Platinum.
you get 6
One
gear
legendary-
pieces in Platinum. Even if you had like just 3 5-star gear pieces in Gold 4, something like that, it's something,
Yeah.
right? You know,
Right.
Even
quite
then, you're
fun.
not guaranteed good substats
right?
on the
Or main stats.
or a
Either
main
one,
stat.
right?
Yeah, like they
Yeah.
can give you a flat.
It's just
stat
like Relentless
gloves or
Gear. You know,
something.
Yeah.
how many
Yeah.
Relentless Gears have we thrown away? It's the same thing. So
Right.
But yeah, Mr. Brew, your thoughts on the whole arena awards thing? Could they have just put like other gear pieces in Gold 4? Like, do you think they're going
Yeah.
to balance Gold 4 some other way? What do you think?
I actually think they should try and balance all levels of arena rewards. Like, for example, bronze 4, silver 4.
Yep.
They should give better rewards. Like to give incentive for people to try and drive their teams toward reaching the top at least for bronze, and then okay, I'm gonna reach silver, and then try to reach silver 4, and okay, I'm gonna reach gold. To give more of an incentive to work on PvP.
Right.
And then they can improve overall the rewards, of course, for Gold 4, because there's too much discrepancy between Gold 4 2,900
Yep.
and Gold 4 right before Platinum. I mean, those guys right before they have tough teams. They're just like a bit maybe unluckier, or they don't have one specific champion or one specific set of gear. So yeah, they definitely need to improve on those.
The thing is, in bronze and silver, you've got so many bronze and silver teams with just like inactive accounts full of legends now, right? So,
Yeah.
what can they be doing for that? Should they be trying to find a way to sort that out so silvers and bronzes don't have to fight teams full of legends? What do you think?
Just skip them. I mean, if I was the player, and I was the player like a week ago when we had the gold rush, I would just skip, of course.
Yeah.
There's no way to beat them.
Yeah.
But overall, they can't go deleting accounts
No,
because they
no.
never know when somebody wants to come back to the game and say, okay, where's my account?
Yeah.
But they
You
can
can-
fall out of arena though. Some games do that. Like if you
Yeah.
haven't been active
Yeah.
in the game, like Might and Magic Elemental Guardian, if you haven't been in that forever, it will fall out of the arena list. And then if you
Hey.
come back into the game and log in, you will be put back. Like if you jump back into arena, you'll be put back in there. So some do
Yeah.
that after an inactive amount of time, and even this game might do that. I don't know. I'd have to ask.
Yeah, I think it's definitely something we should. I think I get a lot of new players all the time, and they do find it frustrating. We try and tell them not to refresh the arena with their gems, and to wait the 15 minutes. But it is frustrating for the newer players, So, but I mean, optical. Like you've literally gone through the grind from like bronze to like gold 4. I guess you're in gold
Yeah.
4, like. Right now.
Right.
So how have you found that grind over the last few months in Arena?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Early on, it's weird to see those legendary teams so early. Like if you're in bronze or silver, and it's like, what are you supposed to do? But I think what resonated most was what Cold Brew said: is if some of us don't have the best RNG, so we don't have the best arena champions or the best things that we could get to gold for, because that's really the ultimate goal. So why not have at least some semi-decent rewards in bronze 4 and silver 4, and have those be things that are actually achievable.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I think there's still work to do with Arena. I think we've all got sort of a right idea where we want it to be, but I agree it's not quite there just yet. Okay, so suggestion number 3, make XP brew drops and green shard drops extra rewards from dungeons. Been asking for this myself for a long time. So in dungeons, you currently get, let's say you're doing potions or something like that, and you get a potion, but sometimes you'll just get green shards or you will just get brews, right? So what they're asking here is to get your potion no matter what, but to get the RNG of the green shards and the brew as an additional reward. I think that would be good. If you're farming potions, you want a potion, you don't want brews. I think an additional thing would be really good. Their response was, thanks for the suggestion, we'll try to make it happen. We have got a lot of things marked with higher priority on our list, so this one may take a while. Thing is, though, this was mentioned over a year ago, so
right?
Wow.
Yeah.
why it's just come up now, I don't know. But thoughts on the idea, and yeah.
Or why would they repeat it? Like, why would they put it out there if it's been out there for a year? If it's old news, why even put it out here to let people complain about it?
Well, no, it was brought up a year ago amongst the player base, right? It was never officially mentioned with a Q&A development team like this. But I'm saying that people have been asking and talking about this for about a year, and now we've just got suggestion, like it's just been brought up, and but it may take a while yet. Like, I don't know. It's just, I think that's another quality of life thing which should have been done a long time ago, and I don't know why it's taken a year to be just even brought up.
Right.
Yeah,
I agree.
Getting a brew
100%.
feels so worthless when you're grinding.
Such wasted energy, especially in what we're doing right now, right?
Yeah.
We're doing this brutal rush, and every bit of energy counts. So if I
Exactly.
go somewhere to mess around and do this brutal rush, and I try to use my energy, my precious energy,
Yeah.
Going back over this and feeling that free to play because we can't spend any money on this, getting that brew, getting that mystery shard all the time, it's hard.
Now, if you were to get them as an extra, like you suggested, that is going to just be so much better. Like, you go, it's a bonus.
Right.
I've got what I wanted and something
Right.
more.
A little icing on the cake. That'd be
yes.
Yeah,
So-
brews are useless. Almost useless. I won't say they're completely, but when you're grinding a specific thing, it's like, come on.
I don't know. Like, people literally stock them up for tournaments and events and stuff, mate, and just use them for that. And it's really helpful if you need several thousand points. It's
Yeah, but the moment you get them, like if you try to do, okay, I'm gonna do 2 potion runs, and I want to get those 2 potions. I just need 2 potions to ascend my legendary, and you get brews, you get pissed off.
Right. Yeah.
But over 100 runs,
You keep getting brews, right?
At
I
least
know.
give us 10 brews.
well,
But like
Yeah.
you said, this would be in addition to it, so that would be really great. And
Yes.
why it's not in, I have no idea.
and why that's low on the priority list, I don't know either. But
Right, because you think it'd be easy, right? You could get an intern to make sure this happens.
yes, ideally.
You would,
But then,
you would think, right? I don't know. We're not there. We're not
No,
really there,
exactly.
but you think it'd be pretty easy.
But yeah, okay. So divide preset multi-battle settings between the campaign and the dungeon. First of all, before I read the game dev response, I don't understand this. So you have multi-battles for the campaign, which is great because you can stack up your food and you can chain your food once they're leveled up and you get lots of food done, right? Now, with multi-battles in dungeons, I think it's good that they implemented it and so you could use it for dungeons, but ultimately, dungeons you can use an auto-clicker on, right? So
Right.
yeah.
I don't understand the need to have a difference or to differentiate the 2 types of multi-battles for the 2 different areas. I mean, prove me wrong, fight me, I'm game for options.
Well,
What do you think?
If we're on our phone, though,
You can get
out of the
auto-clickers
house,
for your
right?
phone?
well, we can't. It's not easy for iOS. Very
Oh,
easy for Android, but not for iOS.
That's a you problem.
Right. That is an iOS problem.
Who's using an iPhone? Kidding.
They've always been that way. So yeah, it's nice to have. It's nice to have on the go, and plus, it's a really nice system. Very good system. The way they have it set up to where you can put in champions when you get maxed out,
I
where you
love
can get energy if you want to. It's actually beautiful, and it should be utilized more.
Right.
So I think it's great to have it for everything out there, and I really feel like it should just be unlimited. Like, let us pay $10 a month
There's no
or
sense of
$20
limiting
a
it.
month. Just let us have it unlimited.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
there's
even
no
with
reason
that,
for it to
if
be.
they wanted to compromise, you could do like, let's say they have 100 auto battle attempts or multi battle attempts per time, and you could refill 100 more attempts for 40 gems, as an example. If they don't want to do infinite, why not just have like a refill? Like, oh, you want 100 more auto battles? Pay 40 gems. And there you go.
I think it would be like, if they were to do something to that, they would like, it would be like 40 gems for a free for the energy refill, like it is. I think if you want another 100 auto battles, it would be like 100 gems or something like that.
Yeah, and that would be stupid. That would be too much.
Really?
You can just-
I think
When
people
you
really
just
value
auto
the
click.
multi battles, especially for campaign. People use the auto battles for the campaign for their food. I think if I had the option for doing a champion training event to buy another 100
Yep.
multi-battles for 100 gems,
Well-
I might be doing that.
Yeah, well, I think personally, I think that's a little bit too expensive considering I don't know, maybe I'm just too.
Nothing in this game is cheap.
Or
though, let's be
or they
honest.
can make it just a permanent thing that you upgrade. Okay, so you've got 30 now. You can buy it another 10 with 100 gems, and it's gonna be 40 every single day. Then the next day, next month, you
true.
can unlock something like this.
Yeah, like the campfire. That could be for multi-battles. You can upgrade the campfire to have more multi attempts.
Yeah.
Oh mate, we've got 101 ideas for that campfire. Oh dear.
20 ideas.
Free, that should have been free energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I
every
agree.
6
or
hours.
silver, as I said,
Yeah, we've mentioned about it before, and the Christmas tree that they could have done things as
Yeah.
well, but it is what it is. One thing about the multi-battles I wish they changed. So we've recently managed to get 100 multi-battles, right? But they didn't change the queue. The queue stayed the same at 20. And I would love the queue to go up to to 40 or 50. Like, so if I could have a queue of 50 so that I can get all of my 1-stars done in one run, that would be amazing. But I didn't like the fact that they upgraded to 100 auto battles and they kept the queue at 20. I thought that
that
was...
should have been pretty cute, though.
Thoughts on that, Cold Brew? What do you think?
I mean, it's fine. It's fine where it is right now. I just think they should upgrade, fix it first so that everyone has it and it's always there, and then they can fix the other stuff.
Add
I
on
don't
to
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it was unlimited and we could just use it and then they could add on to it, it would be amazing. Even if we paid the what is it? Is it called Battle Pass?
It's called
Raid
Gold
Pass.
Pass.
Raid-
Raid Pass.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
It always confuses me with the Battle Pass we have. Raid Pass.
Yeah.
Mixing up
If you just paid the raid, like I never buy the raid pass, but I would buy the raid pass if it was unlimited. I would buy it in a heartbeat and pay for it every month.
I can't live without
I'm
the raid
just
pass.
closing my eyes and buying it every 6 months.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
closing my eyes while doing it for 6 months and not having to think about it. Kind of like Amazon Prime, just doing it annually and then forgetting about it.
Yeah,
Right.
true. So I think we're kind of mostly agreed on that, trying to make them infinite on the auto battles, but I don't personally see the need to be splitting them up to dungeons if we've got auto clickers, you know. So I think that's most of our opinions there. Always start a clan boss fight. Sorry, suggestion 5. Always start a clan boss fight without an auto battle option switched on. Lots of people would like this. Again, it's a small quality of life thing.
It's a very small one. Yeah.
But I think it works, you know. I don't think the auto thing should be on there all the time. You should be able to
I agree.
set
I
up
agree.
your clan boss team the way you like without the risk of, Valkyrie's just used a shield on the first turn when it's not really needed. That's that key kind of wasted. I like the clan boss damage counter. I think it's another small improvement to the clan boss team, which should really help things, right?
I agree. Like, there is no
Yes.
sense in having it being auto. It should act like arena, like not auto.
I manual all my clan boss anyways.
Wow,
Like some
Ugh,
All of them?
gross.
wow.
That's insane.
All of
It
them?
requires dedication.
Right, he's
Every
still a
time.
newbie, all right. So let's cut him some slack. He's okay. Wait till
Yeah,
he's
I mean,
6
he-
months
I have a
in.
weird- He's living a dream
I have a
streaming all
weird
day,
team,
so-
okay?
You've got Sifi and Rotos and you don't have a counter attack yet?
I do. I have Skull Crusher.
There you
And
go.
what are you doing?
What? I
have a
see an
weird
account
team.
takeover in your future.
I don't want to talk about it. It's weird.
Okay,
It works for me though.
I want to hear about your weird team now, though. Let's go.
Yeah, let me-
All right. All right. You can't say anything bad because everyone's already said everything I could ever. But I use Skull Crusher, Siffy, Tayrell, Colt Brawler, and then Rotos.
Wow, that is
How's it work out?
My average is 25 mil
on
Nightmare
Nightmare.
on Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting,
So-
man. I mean, for
So
3
I
months in,
manual
that's
it
good.
because in the I actually am recently trying this. So I'll manual in the beginning and just have counter attack go up, and then once he gets like stronger and he's starting to hit harder, then I'll just bring Siffy in and only have one turn of counter attack, and it just works. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Okay.
Mate, I can't remember the last time I manualed the key, let alone. Oh, mate, that's
It's just
yesterday I got
wait another
30
5 months, and then you won't manual anymore.
Yesterday I 2-keyed for 60 mil because of it's mainly because Rotos does a lot of damage of his relentless and extra turn proc.
How long do you spend doing it manually each key?
It's like 15 minutes.
Oh my god, stop that. Nope.
No way.
Nope.
A long time.
I ain't got time for that. Ooh.
He's living the dream, streaming all
Yeah,
day.
that's right. That's
Hanging out
content.
with
It's
fools,
content.
streaming.
I did not stream all day.
Most of it. Most of it.
So it's fine. Playing on stream, having things to do like that on stream is actually pretty good. So
Yeah, it's a good pastime.
Yeah, I don't know. I stopped doing that 10 months ago. I'm good. I'm good, fam. So you won't be far. You're not far away from Ultra Nightmare then, right?
Yeah, not too far.
That's cool. Do any of you like run your own clans, by the way, or are you just all part of a clan?
I used to back in the day, but now I don't because I don't know. It's just a lot of work.
Yeah. I tell you that. Just no one else is a clan leader, no?
No, I run too. I don't know how they're doing though.
Oh, speaking of, you run too, but you don't know how they're doing.
I don't think I've checked on my because I made some people officers and whatever else, and then I just kind of let it go.
So I've been like running 3 clans. I've got officers and that as well, but I mean, mate, it is hard work. Like, especially, there's no notifications when people leave your clan and stuff. And we picked up a straggler today. So as you can see here in the clan, we got Brutal Rush Stew. That's his Brutal account. He jumped in last night. That was pretty cool. I don't know if you wanted us to spend keys on easy for you or anything, mate, but give me a shout if you do. But yeah, great to have you. Thanks for welcoming.
And we may want to talk afterwards. Maybe I need to join for easy clan boss rewards.
Yeah, whatever.
I didn't even do enough damage to get a chest, so.
That's a problem.
Feels bad, man. Okay.
Thanks, Stu.
Okay. So, auto start with the clan boss fight without auto battle option switched on. The response was, "We will make this happen, as we understand how frustrating it is to start fighting a clan boss and realise that the previous fight was on auto. So this one also starts on auto while you're planning a special manual strategy for this one." So, great. They're going to make that happen. A good move forward. A nice quality of life addition. Absolutely great. Deliver claimed clan boss keys from the battle pass rewards to the inbox, not directly into the keychain.
I like that.
Game dev response already in plans. Perfect, because the amount of times that people got a key from the battle pass and they're like, "Oh, I've just lost a key," because they were like 5 minutes away from getting another key or something. So you could end up actually losing a key by picking up a key. So I think it's a really good addition to be put that in the inbox for you to claim whenever you like.
Yeah. But what if the inbox is full?
Well, you got to try and plan ahead. But yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah. But yeah, another good thing. Any thoughts on that? Just a good thing straight out of the box?
Yeah, great.
I think it sounds good.
Okay. Suggestion 7: purchasing void, sacred shards, chickens, experience brews, etc. with gems and silver. My initial response is, I'm not sure. I think if there was like 1 pack a day, like, we get like 12 packs or offers, like 6 offers a day, right? What if? Well, I've got 7 here at the moment. What if one of those was different each day, but you could only get them with gems?
Gems?
With gems.
I mean, I don't see the difference. Because you're still paying for that, right? You still gotta. I mean, for the most part, you buy them. You can get them, so you can save up and get them. So it would be kind of cool, I guess, because free to play could save up and do that instead.
But if you've got like 26,000 gems on your account, Stu, maybe it's just nice to spend some of those gems rather than like fork out some of that hard-earned money that you've got.
Right. If you save up gems, it'd be really good for low spenders of free to play to be able to get some kind of cool pack with those gems besides just going in there and getting the 11.
Yes.
The 11 ancient. Yeah, it'd be pretty exciting. But I doubt this company will ever do that.
Okay, well, let's see what their response. We're going to review the market altogether.
Yes.
That's not what they asked, is it? Anyway.
Yeah. Number 7.
Yeah.
Going to review the market altogether.
Yeah. Should there be offers with gems or like pop-ups?
By adding more resources there. So I don't know what they're saying there.
The way I interpreted, they asked to buy an offer with gems, and they responded, "We're going to review the market." in the future. So we are already considering possible variants of improving by adding more resources there. But I don't think that's what the question was.
No, it would surprise me if they were going to rework the entire market. They definitely should make silver cheaper because it's so easy. It's rather easy if you have a lot of energy just to farm silver. So honestly, they should nerf the price there if they were going to do anything.
Yeah, but I'm kind of confused about it. I think they were asked something and then responded, "Oh, but we're getting the market sorted." So I'm not sure. Maybe that's just like lost in translation or something. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I honestly think they just wanted to avoid the question. And they just answered something else in the same category, but not an exact answer to the pop-up stuff.
Yeah, it's a shame though, because I think it's a really great idea, especially for the early mid-game players that don't have a lot of gems. If they wanted to save up those gems and get one of those packs and try it out, and that would be really cool. So maybe at the moment we've got the monthly pack, right, which pops up like for every 4 weeks. What if that was at like 300 or 400 gems or something? I don't know. For the free-to-play player, like I don't know.
Something they could do, like let's say as an example, they were offering 6-star artifacts. That's a 6-star artifact pack for X amount of money. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Then they could calculate how much gems that pack is worth compared to what you're getting, so they could make a gem price according to how much it would have they could figure out how much it would be in relation to real money.
Yeah,
I play a game where you could even like take your gems and then make them into currency.
Ooh.
No.
You could.
They could have like
there's a currency system where you could swap them.
They could have Clarion points, like a new currency.
Swip swap. Quote of the day from Mr. X there. I like that. Keep to that coffee, buddy. Keep to that coffee. Okay, so we got the suggestion 8, right? Replace 1 mystery shard and a minor potion from playtime rewards with extra tokens and energy. So we talked about that already. They just want to, instead of having just the arena tokens or something like that, I think they just want additional rewards for the potions, right? But yeah, arena tokens as a reward could be pretty cool as well. I think that's pretty good. Maybe you get your potion and 1 arena token, I think that'd be pretty cool. I think arena tokens could be a pretty good reward for those potion dungeons. And
I agree.
So yes, we are already considering options for improving all the playtime rewards. So yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, I think we don't really get arena tokens unless it's from the daily reward login system or whatever. I think getting arena tokens from the potions every now and then would be pretty cool.
Considering the amount of attempts you need nowadays to they introduced Platinum Arena, you need so many attempts. So having more ways of getting those tokens every day would definitely be a very nice improvement.
I think you could either get 1 or 3 coins as well. I think 3 or more coins is probably like too much, but I think if you could get 1, 2, or 3 coins randomly as well as your potion, I think that would work out well and be pretty good.
Yeah.
Add the ability to reverse mixed potions to their previous state using the same mix rate.
Please. Yes.
Okay, you all seemed hyped about that, and I'm very kind of dismissive about it. Explain as why that'd be really good.
Because I'm doing the Arbiter missions right now.
And you want to make your larger ones into medium?
Why.
It's just overall a great idea. It's overall a great idea. It's just, let's say you have like a Yuhi champion or whatever, and you have 50 big potions or whatever. It would be nice to be able to convert them down, even at an added cost. It would be nice to be able to convert down potions, in my opinion.
See, I'm not sure. Cold Brew, you got opinion. You seemed rather excited when they mentioned it. What are your thoughts, buddy?
Yeah. I think it will be a great addition to the game. Anything that helps, like quality of life changes and helps out the players in enjoying the game, not frustrating them.
Right. True that. That's a good point.
But I would say
it seems hard to get the graders. I struggle getting graders. I don't know.
So
I understand. Okay, can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
The one thing I understand why they haven't done it, because you can convert 1 big potion to 100 small ones, so it would be kind of imbalanced. I don't know. It would, I understand, because you get such a greater amount of smaller potions for the bigger ones, so it would kind of make it somewhat imbalanced. I don't know. Just I think that may be one of the reasons why they haven't done it, but I don't know.
So I would think personally like a more important quality of life. I know they are upgrading the tavern anyway, but is when I'm leveling up 1-star food and I'm manually having to rank up each and every single one.
Oh yeah, that's
right.
kind of, yeah.
If I've got 51 stars that need to be turned into 2s, why can't I just have a potion clicker which tells me I can rank up 50 level 1s? How many would you like to rank up? I'd like to rank up 35, please. And boom, done. Do you know what I mean? I think
one-click rank up or something.
Give me a potion mixer type of thing for ranking up champions.
For ranking,
yes.
That'd be great.
Yeah, and they should have like this warning: make sure the heroes you don't want fed is locked. Like a disclaimer there, so you don't feed any good heroes. If they do this system for even higher ranks, if you want to make 50 rank 4s, for example.
Yeah. So I think that's more important than the potions. But hey, if it works, if it's helpful for people, then so be it. It's not gonna, even if I'm not like interested in that potion mixer, for example, it's not gonna do me any harm. So adding it isn't gonna be an issue, right? It's gonna be useful to whoever wants to use it. So yeah, I don't see any issue with that. So their response, by the way, we do understand that farming potions takes time and effort, but since we hope that you are with us for the long run, we would not like to change the way it already works. The important thing is that none of those potions, small, superior, greater, are useless. You would need them all to make your champions stronger. So they're basically on the same stance about the Great Hall. They don't want you to reset the Great Hall because it's a long-term thing, and there is no such thing as a wasted stat, right? So they think even if you put it on the stat, it may not what we're using right now, but you will be using that in the future, you know? So, but yeah.
Yeah. And even then, they could do like 1,000 gems to refresh. Like, they could just make it expensive. So, like, there's many games with like skill trees or tech things or whatever.
They do with masters.
Like the Great Hall. And you can just reset it for an X amount of gems. So I think that would be doable, but again, I understand your point that it's a long-term thing and you may eventually need that stat, but it would, again, be just like a quality of life thing.
Yeah, it could be. But yeah, I'm with them on that, but yeah, if they do change their mind on that and just to help out others, that's fine, but I would say that you can prioritise the tavern a little bit more, really. Suggestion 10, limit the number of lost battles per one rival per day. For example, if you have lost 5 battles to the same rival, you cannot attack him or her again for the next 24 hours. Same can be said for winning the battles. If you have won 5 times over one rival, you will not be able to attack him or her within 24 hours. This will prevent players from providing arena points to another player through intentional defeats or earning points through bullying a weaker team. So arena boosting, pretty much.
Yeah, they're doing
they
like
should just
idea.
Yeah.
It's in the patch notes, so that one's already being implemented.
So for those that don't know, as you can see here, Simpic is top in arena right now. And 15,000 points. So what people are doing, people are talking on Discord, and they just really didn't want T-Swift up top, right? So this is a story behind the story, okay? So T-Swift has been up top for a long, long time. And people were just fed up. They didn't want T-Swift at the top anymore. So they basically grouped up and they've decided to take turns in boosting each other just to get T-Swift off the top. There is like more of a story behind the reason why, but it is what it is. People have now just tried to get T-Swift off the top. And then, obviously, Murder Inc. has mentioned in his videos, obviously, what people are doing, and that boosting is an issue now in Arena, and we now see that it is an issue. They've come out pretty quick, I must say, to say, yeah, we're going to be fixing that. That's not going to be a thing. We are going to cap this. I think they're planning on making further additions and changes in the future regarding this, but for right now, I think it's very well needed, and it'll make it a fairer result, I think.
I agree.
But yeah, thoughts on that, guys? So arena boosting, you can see why people are doing it, but at the end of the day, it is cheating, isn't it?
Rewards.
Yes, especially with these rewards, absolutely.
Yeah, because people could essentially, not saying it's cheating, but it's somewhat somewhat cheating to get like great rewards.
I think cheating is probably a strong word. I shouldn't have used that.
That's why I said somewhat.
I think it's revolting more than anything else. It's like a mini rebellion, right? A mini revolt, and I think people are just using the loopholes the best way they can to try and get something that they want.
Well, it's in the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not cheating, but it's like
clan hopping, though, isn't it? It's not cheating, but it's within the rules at the time.
Yeah,
it's abusing the game mechanics basically, but it shouldn't exist in the first place. Like the clan boss
breaking the game in a way. Loophole.
Yeah.
So
hopefully they can get that fixed. But I think it's really good that they're looking at that straight away. So add more slots for referred players. Okay, so with the referred players, we've been having referrals for a little while. This got implemented about 7 months ago, maybe a little bit longer. But I'm pretty sure the referral program has stopped because the codes aren't working currently. So
is that what happens? Because everybody's saying it hasn't been working, and it wasn't working for me a long time ago.
Yeah, so I've got someone that jumps into my channel. His name is Foul Mantis, and he is a speedrunner, a free-to-play speedrunner, and he basically starts an account. He'll get to a certain point, and then he'll start again if the RNG is good or bad. So he's on account number 72 or something like that now. It's great. So I got him as a referral on account 24 and account 19, and he got to level 20 on those accounts, and that was great. But he's tried to help out others with referrals since, and he can't do that anymore. So something has gone on with the referral links. I don't know what has gone on, but the fact that people are asking for more referred links, and they're thinking about adding that, I think they need to look at why the links aren't working currently. Even if they know that it's not working, maybe it's just me and him. I don't know if you guys think about it, but it hasn't been working of late.
I think there's been issues with the referral link since it started.
Oh, really?
A lot of issues.
Yeah. The same thing with the rewards for from YouTube ads. Like they say 50,000 silver and stuff like that. That doesn't work also. But
I heard about that.
Yeah, log in and claim your free champion.
I'm
a free
epic your sacred shard, your 1 million silver.
Yeah, exactly. Referral links need to be looked at, I think, because that was a really good feature. It got people like chatting together and wanting to work for each other and get each other rewards. It is, and I think it was a good thing. I've literally got friends and clan members that have created 3 alt accounts just to farm them up at the same time as their main account, just to get that stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. I think people are trying to find creative ways to help each other out, and I think they should really look into that, try and get that working. That'd be great. So where are we at? That was number 11. Number 12, last couple here. Divide the inbox into 2 parts. We've briefly talked about this already. For purchased items and those received otherwise. This one is needed because oftentimes the inbox gets flooded, i.e. full, and it's hard to find your way through things sorted there. So if I was to go into the inbox right now really quick, I've only got 12 things, just a few things that I've accumulated over the week since I've not been playing. There is a sorting system here. Maybe that sorting system can be the different sections and categories. Maybe you could have like 200 champions in your inbox, 200 artifacts. You could have 100 items from the shop. Maybe you could have 100 items from the gems or whatever. So instead of 300 total, you could have like a compartment
Split
for
it
each.
up.
Yeah, exactly.
So
champions you could have 200 or something. Artifacts would be
like
200.
Essentially like the gear things. Like you have a separate one for jewelry, or you have a separate one for rune, for artifacts and stuff.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think that
they wouldn't need to change much. They literally just need to add a cap for each of these compartments and sections that they've got here. Other than that, the inbox itself wouldn't need to change. You could still have everything in one big inbox. Maybe if you do have 200 champions, there's 200 artifacts, 100 from the shop. You would need to add up all of those and upgrade the inbox so it's like, it shows 12 out of 500 total or something, but you still got all those compartments which everything goes into,
I agree. Just more space in general.
But
in
yeah,
general, everywhere.
But it's just organized as well, you know.
Yes.
Um,
I honestly think there should be more artifact space as well. They need to
we've
increase
just
it
got upgraded from 500 to 700.
Yeah, now they need to upgrade it more. We're farming too hard.
You're farming too hard. So,
Yes.
but where do they stop though, John? Because everyone wants more stuff, like more space. They can't just keep adding 200 space.
Infinite.
Well, here's the thing. Now that we have an artifact sorting
Infinite.
system, just put gear on people in your vault that you don't use, and then you can always find it anytime with your artifact sorting system.
Oh, that's going to help
That's
people
true.
out so much, you know.
So
Honestly,
you can do it that way.
You know.
I didn't think about it that way.
The raid pass or the things that gives you more multi attempts.
yeah.
They should add that added benefits there to more artifact slots. But if it runs out, you can't add artifacts. You can only take them out.
They should just add PvP, VIP player tiers also for spenders. Make it easier for them.
Ooh.
Like if you have spent over 1,000, for example, have the highest VIP tier.
Then again, people would be furious. Free-to-play players would be very furious over that.
I mean, do
Like
not
kind
give
of like adding a
advantage
bit
over
system.
them. Yeah, but I mean, if they just give you space, you're not having an advantage
Yeah,
over them.
that's true. Only space. I actually
True.
agree with that. Yeah, only
Space or
Well,
you know.
the VIP section is a very interesting thing, right? Because it's going to obviously bring in revenue for Plarium, and it's going to make the players that do spend that amount anyway feel that little bit special with the VIP brand. So maybe there's a VIP 1, 2, and 3 or something like that, and maybe for
Yeah.
1 you get 100 extra slots, 2 you get 200 extra slots, and 3 you get 300 extra artifact slots to take you up to 1,000. You know.
But
Yeah.
the problem with these VIP systems are typically the top ones in most games is like $20,000, and it
Really?
does so yeah it's like $25,000 for idle heroes to be top, so
Okay.
it's ridiculously expensive.
too much.
So,
I
yeah,
don't
it's
think you'll
too
go down
much.
that road, but I think having
no,
the
but it-
additional option for the VIPs or for the big spenders, that the YouTube creators, the Twitchers, you know, they do need more space than most other people.
Yeah.
So
Then
maybe
again-
it could be a thing.
Yeah, but typically with VIP systems, they can't, like, to advertise it, they can't say, oh, become VIP now, you get more storage. They
Yeah.
typically always have to add more things, and then that in turn would make the game more unfair towards free-to-play players. So if that's the way they want to go, but they can't. I've never seen a game advertise VIP with only one single additional feature. So I don't know whether they'd do that, but I'd definitely love if they did that.
Yep. Okay. So suggestion 13. We're moving on. We've only got a couple of minutes left. So in-game UTC clock, right? So someone somewhere in the world wants a clock in the game. Now I'm
While they're
looking
playing
at.
the game.
I've got a clock by my camera. I've got a clock on my phone right here. There's a clock on both my monitors. I've got a clock on my wall to my right. In what world do we need a clock? So, okay, when's the last time that you all went to a casino? When's the last time? Like, I'm sure you've all been to a casino.
Casinos don't have.
They
clocks
do
yet.
not have clocks. Why do they not have clocks? Because they don't want you to notice how fast the time is going. They want you to spend your time without worrying about the outside world, right? We are playing a casino game. This game is a casino. There is no way they're going to implement a clock. And I'm pretty sure
there's no sense.
they said that is not in our plans. However, we'll keep this idea for further. I don't think a clock is needed, honestly, personally.
If they were going to add it, it could
It's
be
not
like
needed.
you click on your avatar and in the settings menu or whatever, it could tell the clock if people really wanted it.
Right.
But it shouldn't be visible all the time. But if people wanted to know like the server time or whatever, like just clicking on your profile to go to settings, it could show there. If there is ever going to be one.
I mean,
But
they
it's
do
not
have it
really
in other
necessary.
games, but I don't think that's not something we need to worry about here.
Right.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Not right now.
Or maybe in chat when you're chatting, you're in English one or two.
Isn't that what everybody begged for back in World of
Racist
Warcraft?
talk, I'm
Games?
stupid, sorry.
Wasn't that like a thing for World of Warcraft, like a meme? Everybody was always begging for a clock back in World of Warcraft when they didn't have mods in there or something. I don't know. I just remember
I don't know.
people always begging for a clock.
It's just again. I've read this Q&A development thing, and again, it's like 3 questions. I'm like, who asked that?
Right.
And it is what it is. I don't
We
think it's
demand a
needed.
clock
Yeah, that's right.
Give him a clock.
Yeah.
right now.
Save the game.
Yes.
Suggest
The clock will solve all the problems of the game.
absolutely.
Or I
Give us a
quit.
clock. Suggestion
Clock
14,
or riot.
free Draco. So suggestion 14, make it possible to buy offers or gifting them to players. I think we briefly touched upon this last time as well. The game dev response, this is something we will consider for implementation when the friends list and direct messages features come to life in the game. So we mentioned last time, Stu, in episode 1, that we thought this is something that they want to do. I know they want to turn the campfire to see, say, your 8 friends that are online will be sitting around the campfire, but people want to be able to gift packs to other players as well. Now, I don't know if gifts or packs should be able to be like bought and just gifted to other people straight away.
As long as the game gets the money, then why not?
Yeah, it'd be fantastic. They're missing out on a lot of money by not doing this right now. It's the same thing. Like if right now, if I wanted to buy something and gift it to Cold Brew, I could do it in a heartbeat. I could say, okay, I'm going to buy this $50 pack and I can gift it to one other person. So I spend another $50.
Yeah.
And I say, who do I gift it to? It goes to Cold Brew.
Could be like a.
I just don't think they can implement it.
To give away to viewers as well.
Yeah, I just don't think they can code it and do it right now without it breaking everything. But of course, they would do it because, I mean, that's extra money. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't somebody do that?
That seems like a lot more work than adding shards and brews as an additional reward, though, you know?
Yeah, but right here, what really gets me is it says this is something we will consider for implementation when the friends list and direct messaging feature comes to life. When is that coming to life?
Well, like I said, they've been on about that for a while now. So they want to make that campfire your friends list, and they want to see who is online. Whoever your friends list is online is going to be around the campfire, and you could possibly click on those players and get some information of their teams, their levels, and their cards.
So much coding, I'm sure.
Yes,
that would be great.
But I know that's what they're after. A friends list of some kind. I mean, but this is like the first official mention of their friends list and stuff like that, and gifting system.
That's great, actually. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
It'd be fun.
It could be good. It sounds like a lot of work on their end, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but as we mentioned, or in the first podcast, like there was mention of the entire game being not coded properly, so a single thing can't break the game or something.
Yeah. Okay, guys. We have literally crept up onto the 2-hour mark already. Time has literally just flown by again. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for jumping in today and jumping in.
Thank you.
It's been really good fun. So just a little send-off for everyone. Everyone's links are going to be in the YouTube description chat. So on Spotify, on Anchor, the links for Cold Brew, Optical X, Incredible John, and Stu Gaming are all going to be in the video description. Make sure you go and show your support, hit that follow button, like and share, subscribe, all that jazz. We will be here again next week. But yeah, Cold Brew, thanks for joining in today, mate. You would like to sign off? What are you up to this week?
Thanks a lot, man. It was great fun. What am I up to this week? Brutal Rush, Gold Rush. I don't know about next week. We'll see. Maybe we have the new patch next week and we have something that wasn't mentioned in there.
Yeah.
So that could be fun. And we'll see. We'll see.
Well, that's awesome, man. Thanks again for jumping on in. Incredible John, buddy. What are you up to this week, man?
This week, I don't really have a lot of plans. I'm just
like
going
every
to
week
watch
then.
A lot of shows. I enjoy watching TV shows and play on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the Brutal Rush every single day. I'm going to try and stream for a few hours.
Nice.
So that's kind of what I'm going to do. So it's going to be fun.
Awesome, man. Yeah, thanks a lot again for today. Optical X, first time here, buddy. Like, we got you up nice and early. You've had a few cups of coffee, but what are you up to this week, man? It's great to have you.
Well, like I think I said earlier, I'm doing my rosin fusion and arbiter at the same time.
Ooh,
nice. Wow,
right now.
Nice.
So many potions.
Yeah, that's the last. I'm on the last one. I'm on the void, mix the void potions. So I'm gonna be grinding pretty hard because those are 2 champions that are gonna push my account just that little bit further that I need where I'm at right now.
Man. Arbiter is so nice. You're going to love her.
Really rewarding.
Yes, I'm excited. So yeah, I'll just be doing that and streaming and just living life, man.
That's awesome, man. And Stu, buddy, thanks again for staying up late for us tonight. And I hope you've enjoyed your beers while you've been chatting. But what are you up to this week, sir?
What I'm up to this week, I'm doing this Brutal Rush challenge. We just got done with the Gold Rush challenge, so that's it. I'm streaming this every day, doing videos, doing some summons for everybody on the weekend, just like all of us are doing, and just enjoying a beer, I guess. That's it. Trying to stay healthy, right? Trying to stay safe and not getting sick.
Yeah, self-isolation is an important thing nowadays.
Wash your hands, everybody. Wash your hands.
Exactly.
Don't touch your face.
Now
right?
being an introvert is good. It's good to be an introvert right now. So just be who you are.
I've been self-isolating for like 2 years pretty much, so I'm good.
Yeah, same
I'm
here.
alright.
I don't notice much of a difference. I just don't have groceries delivered because it's full. But
Here's the thing. It's crazy though. My wife told me today that in our city here, that 2 of our delivery people that deliver packages to all the homes,
Yep.
It's a company called Black Cat, have been tested positive. So now everybody on their delivery route is going to be tested. Like they're gonna tell everybody on that delivery route for those people that hey, they were tested positive, and then you know how it domino effects and spreads to everything else.
Yeah.
So
Does.
I got my beer this morning from a delivery guy. I get dropped off stuff every day from delivery guys. So
Wash it.
Stuff, but it's
Wash the beer.
nobody delivers anymore. It's
Really?
like full.
Instead of a milkman, it's a beer man.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, I got a case of beer delivered today. Come on, man, you gotta get your beer delivered.
Yeah. Beer delivery.
But yeah,
I can't go out and get it myself. That's too much work.
this whole
Yeah,
COVID
and
thing, it
you
really
also
isn't
risk infection.
ended yet. It's still going to
Just
get
living the
worse. You know?
life.
But yeah, I mean, so yeah, there we go. But yeah, thanks a lot for
Personal
everyone for
progress.
today. It's been amazing.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Make sure you jump on into everyone's channels. I've kind of been away from Twitch all week. I've been pretty ill myself. I got bitten by something a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't been streaming this week. But I'm back to streaming this Monday. So hit that follow button, come share some love, and I'll see you all on Monday. And thanks to everyone tuning in today. It's been great having you all. Make sure you share the likes and everything on YouTube this week when we post it up a little later. And we hope to see you guys for next week. All right, thanks for everything, guys. See you soon.
Hit the bell.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, hit it up. Thank you, Sal.